Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Friday Happy Hour. I'm Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report, and I don't know about y'all. I'm ready to get this weekend kicked off the right way. Coming up here on today's show, we're going to get into our Week 9 simulation against the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow and company. Really interested to see how this one ends up going down, because I know this, during the regular season, when the Raiders actually play the Bengals, it's the week before their bye week, and also this is a very important week for the NFL trade deadline. Well, Jeremy and I make some trades, time will tell. The other two segments that I got coming up here before we get into our Madden sim are, to me, Maxx Crosby, and probably most of y'all watching the show right now, I believe Maxx Crosby is the best defensive end in the NFL, and a lot of times I say that to some of my friends that are, football fans, but they're not like football fans maybe like you or I, where we're watching football content in the month of June. I'm going to make a video today with numbers, stats, that if at any point you ever say Maxx Crosby is the best defensive player in the NFL and somebody looks at you in a weird way, you send them this video here because I got the numbers to back it up. Then we're going to get into a segment around Christian Wilkins because Bleacher Report flat out disrespected him. And I'm going to have 94s back, and I hope that you have 94s back as well. Is Maxx Crosby the best defensive end in the National Football League? I want to see nothing but yeses down below. And I mean it. I want to see 98s. I want to see yeses. I want y'all to treat this kind of like we've been treating the FKC week. And it's still the week. I don't even care. If you still want to spam FKC, I'm good with it. But is Maxx Crosby the best player, the best defensive end in the NFL? Let me know down below what you're thinking, man, because
98.
I think he is. I really do, and, a lot of times when we talk about defensive ends, people look at the sack numbers, which is it's a very good stat, obviously. Maybe the most important, but I'm going to have a lot of numbers today that you're going to be able to say, yeah, he's the best.
I'll say this.
You built the show today.
I'll say this. Being as, a little bit more of a
contrarian,
biased person, I wouldn't say that's this sentence. I would say Maxx Crosby is the best all-around defensive end in the NFL. I think he's the most well-rounded. He doesn't have a hole in his game, is what I'm saying. Like, he does everything good.
Yeah.
Do I think he's the best at, the whole, out of every single defensive end? He has an argument to be. But saying, I don't know if he's the exact best defensive end in the NFL right now. I would say he's the most well-rounded defensive end in the NFL.
Well, I'm going to prove to Jeremy, and I'm going to prove to all the doubters out there that Maxx Crosby is the best defensive end in the National Football League. And if he is not now the consensus, he will be the consensus by the end of 2024, and we'll break all of that down here on today's show. But it is Friday Happy Hour. I will admit, usually when the shows are as crazy as what they are on Thursday, Friday Happy Hour sometimes, it takes a little bit of the extra juice, right? Takes a little bit of the extra oomph to really get this thing rocking and rolling. And luckily, Jeremy, there's a special deal that we got going on today. But I do have a question before I ask what the deal is. So for those of you that do not know, today is International Gong Day. Let me say that again. International Gong Day. And have you ever hit the gong?
Look it up.
If you don't believe me, you can Google it yourself. Have you ever hit the gong? Give me a yes. Give me a no. I actually want to see some of the people that have hit the gong and who's rocking with us today. And for everybody out there that says no, everyone out there that says no, I'm going to give you the best deal that I have ever given anybody to hit the gong today. I'm just saying.
King, this isn't red, right?
King says no.
This isn't red.
I would say that's like Texas A&M maroon.
Yes. This is my example shirt of why I say my other shirt is not maroon.
That one is also maroon.
How? It is not the same color as this. How are you showing me two things that are completely different colors in my eyes, and you're like, these are the same?
Because it's closer to, I think, maroon than, is it pink? I don't remember what I don't remember. I know exactly what shirt it is, and I can picture the shade of the color. But that one is definitely maroon.
You're like showing me a cheeseburger. You're like, this is the cheeseburger. And then you bring out a piece of pizza and you're like, this is also a cheeseburger. Like, they look nothing alike to me.
Well, I also had somebody ask me, Mitch, are you going to eat apple pie today? Because I told some of the people that I would eat apple pie today. I'm going to be honest, and this is a very embarrassing story. And if next time Jeremy's going to have to get the pie, or I just got to pay more attention. I bought an apple pie.
He did.
And we have cheddar cheese.
We have both.
Yep, and it's a very good apple pie, homemade.
It looks fantastic.
The problem is we have to bake it.
Mitch was like, oh, I'll just DoorDash an apple pie to the office. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. It gets here, and Mitch is like, I think we might have to leave it out for a little bit because I don't know. It came frozen. And I was like,
what?
Are you sure it's cooked? And he was like, I actually didn't check. Because we were just going to leave it out and thought, and he was like, oh,
we'll just microwave it, and we're good to go.
Yeah, it's raw dough. It's raw. It's completely raw, frozen.
Yeah, it needs to bake for about 90 minutes according to the instructions. So let's just say this. We will have an apple pie. We will have some cheddar cheese next week on the Raiders Report. That's all I'm going to say. Today's Super Chat deals are as follows. Every 100 likes that we get, we're going to do a hot jelly bean today. So I'm going to do the first. Chugs is going to do the second. Every $5 Super Chat that we get, we are going to be giving away a signed Raiders mini helmet from Jeremy, Chugs, and I. We shout out to Gary Gonzalez. He won the signed, Rich Gannon jersey yesterday. So today we're going to give away a signed helmet. Every 100 that comes in, I'm going to do a Haktua bong. If you don't know what it is,
that thing.
You'll know here in a little bit. Every 200, we're going to do a shirtless bong race. You versus me. Shirtless beer bong race. And today, if somebody bangs 3 times, we're hitting the gong. If somebody bangs 3 times today, it's a gong rip. Every 3 bangs, gong rip.
Me and Mitch actually had a debate before this show because I know we have an older audience as well as we have people of all ages, from I would say teenagers all the way to people
there's no
60,
chance,
70 years old.
No chance Wasted knows what Haktua is.
Oh, no, I mean...
Grafto, he's right there. He's at that fringe where he might know.
Yeah, I mean...
It's close.
Yeah, I mean, back in Wasted's day, it was a Hut-2.
I don't even know. Oh, man. I mean, there's certain things that happen on social media and around the world, and you know what? Here at the Raiders Report, we're just here to have a good time, man.
I want to get a gauge of the audience. Yes or no? Do you know what we mean whenever we say Haktua?
Do you know what it means? Give me a yes. Give me a no.
Yes or no in the
down
comments.
below.
I need to know. I need to know.
And if anybody, and I mean anybody,
Day knows what's up.
Day.
If she don't hawk to her, I don't talk to her.
And if you want to get in the 50-50 raffle, that one's also a $20 Venmo.
So Lesbo says no. Vincenzo says no.
If you also want to get in
no.
the 50-50 raffle, $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365, or you can send me a $25 Venmo, and we'll get you in the duck race, and we'll get you in for the chance to win the signed helmet. Rockin' Jock, I'm in for the helmet, and I'm 3 drinks in. Ale ready? I think he was trying to write already, forgot that he was already writing it, and then just wrote it in there again, you know?
Well, ready.
Rockin' Jock, bro. Cheers to you, my man. Cheers to you.
I feel like more people know about it than I thought.
Okay. Big Evil says no. Jacob Surt says yes.
I would say it's a 50-50 split in the chat right now.
Red Zone is at definitely. Big Evil and Scott Matz. Justin Avgin! Bang!
Yo, what up, nation? Been a minute missing y'all. Justin. What's up, my man? Whoa. Look at me being...
Mount Raider more.
Not even ready. That's on me.
You guys want to hear something really cool? Avgin sent me a picture the other day. Remember when we did that show trying to get him like the 5-star ratings? Avgin now almost has 300 5-star ratings for his plumbing company. Avgin, shout out to you, and Haktua!
Spit on that thing.
Ugh. I wonder if I get better at it.
For people who don't know the reference and are just completely in the dark, I'll bring you in. Basically,
just turn your lights on.
There's a viral TikTok going on right now, and it's 2 drunk girls outside of a bar, and this guy's asking them questions. And he goes, how do you keep a man around? And the girl, actually in that picture, that's the picture from the video of the girl. She goes, you just got to give it the hot tour. Spit on that thing.
Oh.
And it is taking over TikTok and social media world.
Jason Gutierrez, you in, and then my guy Can't Walk, you are in for the Venmo 50-50 raffle. Also, Chugs, if you could put Jason Gutierrez in for a chance to win the signed helmet, that would be much appreciated. So right now the MVP is Justin Abgen. Whoever is the MVP of today's show, I'm going to be wearing your jersey the next time that we end up doing a Madden simulation, which if I had to guess, next Thursday. That's my guess, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Speaking of Madden, speaking of the show today, we're talking about Maxx Crosby, Christian Wilkins, and quite frankly, I think these are two of the better segments that I've been able to put together in quite some time, and I'm actually really excited to be able to, break them all down for you. And it's not that I'm not excited to do all the shows that I do, but, just like there's certain days I'm sure like you go into work and you're like, that was a really good work day. There's some days where Jeremy and I, we put together a show and I'm like, I don't love the show that I'm doing. Today, the Crosby one might be one of the favorite videos I've ever put together. And then the Christian Wilkins one is put some respect on my guy, number 94. How many combined sacks this year for Crosby and Wilkins? This is also the live poll if you haven't already voted.
All right. Well, we both say our guess on 3. Ready?
Hang on, I got another burp in there somewhere. All right.
3, 2, 1.
25.
25.
I don't remember what I told you earlier, but I had a feeling you were going to go with 25.
25.
Yep. 25 sacks.
Me and Mitch are we're simpatico right now. We're so synced.
And
I'm in your brain, Mitch. Dirty.
Yeah. You're not wrong. There's a lot of giggities going on in there. Lot of giggities.
There's a section of Mitch's brain where it's just Quagmire in the corner. He's like, giggity, giggity, giggity.
It's actually spelled S-E-action. Giggity, giggity, goo. See it 30 from Juan Hernandez. Big Evil's going to go with 30. Scott Matt says 24. The parking lot, 20 to 23 sacks. 26 from Jansen, 28 from Raider Ryan. Yoda. What up, Yoda? IA Raider says 25 down below. Also, Noah Santana said, put me in for the helmet. Also, if you could put me in the duck race, you in. And then my guy, Norman Hernandez, you're also in. If you could also put in Norman Hernandez, that would be great. Noah, I don't know if you saw today, I gave you a follow back on Instagram. And, I said this weekend, I'm going to follow back 20 people just from people that watch the show. So if you do follow me on IG, if you want to follow back, unfollow me, give me a follow. That way I see it pop up. But I'm gonna give 20 people a follow this week on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. Only 20. I try to be selective on people who watch this show, and I figured what better people to give a follow back to than the people that are watching the Raiders Report on June 20th, right? So June 21st.
My question to you is,
yep.
You said 25. How much is with Crosby and how much is with Wilkins for you?
My expectation is Maxx Crosby breaks the Raiders' single-season sack record. I think he's going to have 17 this season, and then Wilkins will fill in for 8.
I'm going same 25. I'm going Crosby 19, Wilkins 6.
Okay. Yeah,
my prediction the whole time was I think Tyree Wilson's going to have double-digit sacks this year.
If Tyree Wilson has double-digit sacks, this defense is going to be the best defense in the NFL.
If he has 10 sacks, Wilkins has 6.
Okay.
Maybe 5.5.
Okay.
Crosby has maybe 19 or 19.5.
And what about Malcolm? What about Malcolm?
Malcolm has probably 8.
So you think between those 4 players, they're putting up 40 sacks? Dude, sign me up. Sign me up, man. I'm freaking in this one.
I'm high on Tyree. I saw him at the airport. Dude's an absolute freak.
He looks like a dinosaur. He looks like a Tyree dactyl.
Me and Mitch, it's 6 a.m. and I go, that's Tyree Wilson. And Mitch, not even a 2-second glance, he looks at him. He's like, oh yeah, that's Tyree Wilson. Dude it was not a needle in a haystack. It was like a burning.
No, it looked like
in a haystack.
Imagine you're watching, 8th grade football, and then there's just an adult on the field, right? You're just like, Why is that 40-year-old man playing with a bunch of 8th graders? That was Tyree Wilson next to normal-sized human beings. That's you were just like,
I don't even.
Yeah, it's Tyree Wilson.
I think I didn't see it directly because we were in a different line down the road whenever we were walking through TSA.
Yep.
But I think he had to walk around because I don't think he fit in the thing. Like in the, where you like go and you put your hands up.
I don't remember that part.
I think that he just walked through and they wanded him because he's just like, you're like,
that's true.
Sir, your elbows are popping out of the X-ray machine.
When you walk into the thing and it like your feet are like this, if he puts his feet right there, his knees are crossing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, he's like you can't do that if you're as big as Tyree Wilson. Poor guy. Which also, like, I got to give Tyree some credit. I talked to him a little bit. He wasn't flying first class. You know what I mean? Like, the flight he was on was just like a normal flight, and I just picture somebody that large, and you're sitting next to somebody that large. And what's funny, because let's be real, if Tyree Wilson's not an NFL player, and you see that guy, and he's walking down the aisle in the airport, you're like, please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me. Please
Yes.
don't sit next to me. Where, like, if you're a Raider fan and Tyree Wilson's walking down, you tell your wife to move over. You know what I mean?
Barb, leave.
I'll sit in the middle. You can have my seat, the window, Tyree. Tyree's just sleeping on the window. You're just snuggling up next to him. That you can't say. We are 4 likes away from our first spicy jelly bean.
That was a major I'll take the tuna.
Yeah, that was a major I'll have the tuna. Pause. All right, Jeremy, I need you to pick a number. 1, 2,
I love this game.
3, or 4. Because I'm actually not sure if we have... you know what? This might be the last one. I actually think it is the last one. All right, I have them lined up here, Chugs. I have them lined up in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Every 100 likes, we're doing a spicy jelly bean today here on the Raiders Report. What do you got for me? And I do want to get some questions going, so if you guys could really, really help to keep the show moving. If you want to make a take on Max, if you want to make a take on Christian, if you want to ask us anything free agency, trade related, please use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat to get those questions up here on screen. But if you use hashtag Raiders, you'll be able to get on right now.
Let me go with the 4th jelly bean.
The 4th jelly bean, that's sriracha. That's the easiest one.
This guy can chew a jelly bean like no other, man.
But because that was the easiest one, now we're only going to do 4. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But the problem, this one tastes bad.
Dude has a mouth of steel, man. Guy just eats a jelly bean and has no effect.
You know what honestly, the sriracha jelly bean from this company, it reminds me of, if you were to take like regular sriracha and then just dump like sugar or Splenda in it, that's what that tastes like to me. It's not very spicy. The other ones is where it'll get on the spice level. That one I just think tastes bad. I really, really do. All right, first segment coming up here, Maxx Crosby, best in the NFL. Then we got Bleacher Report, disrespects Christian Wilkins. I'm going to have our guys back, but I do want to at least answer a few questions before I get into Maxx Crosby being the best in the biz. And we're going to do these 2 segments. Then we got our Madden Sim, and then hopefully we're going to get on out of here and get this weekend started.
We'll take a couple questions.
I like it.
From our audience.
What's up, Mario? Are the Raiders somewhat interested in Stephon Gilmore still? I actually don't know what the level of interest is for the Raiders at the cornerback position, because based off what I've been told, they seem to be pretty confident in Brandon Facyson and Ja'Cory Bennett, which, like, you know, I get the idea of you being confident in your guys, but then there's like that other level of, you know, take off your coach's goggles and like be like a realist with me here. Are you confident starting those 2 players for the entire season? I personally am not. I would want the Raiders to still be focused on a cornerback 1. And the reason why that I still think that they have some sort of interest, maybe that's in Stephon Gilmore and Adoree Jackson and Xavier Howard, is because if you go back 3 months ago when Antonio Pierce was asked about the corner 1 spot, he called it a priority. So, like, the Raiders haven't done anything at corner. Sure, you drafted DeCamerion Richardson. Sure, you drafted MJ Devonshire, but you drafted those guys in the 4th and 7th round. And the fact that you didn't really go out and look at, trying to draft a corner a little bit early on. That just tells me that they probably still have some interest at some point or another in a corner. Oh! No! Santana! No! Santana!
Bro, Marshall just jumped out of his seat.
Gong Day! If you don't know, today is International Gong Day. Usually to hit the gong, it's a 5 Hondo. Today, it's for 3. Noah Santana, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the deal. First time gong rip LFG, and can I get a Raiders? Come on, no! And Noah Santana now is starting to creep up the June bang
Santana.
Counter.
Noah Santana.
Noah Santana. I am Noah Santana. Let's frickin' go, man. Santana, the MVP, which now that I have Santana Suave's jersey, if he's the MVP, we can wear that next Thursday. I got the Santana Suave. What number is it, Santana? I actually don't think it's number 14 because that's Wild One's number.
Suavemente.
Is it 22? Noah, I feel like it's number 22. Jacob Surd says, spit in that thing. Hawk 2. I'm not going to lie. I think I actually did spit a little bit. I spit a lot when I talk. I really do. You guys probably, maybe you can see it on your screen. I don't know. But my computer screen, especially when I get done doing Friday Happy Hour, it's bad.
It looks like a scene from Dexter.
Raiders game day, it looks like, God, I don't even know if I can say that.
Robert Jansen, I can't help but, this is actually pretty insightful. I can't help but feel we won't be able to afford this defense by the time our offense catches up. Thoughts?
I can't help but feel we won't be able to afford this defense. I think what you're talking about is, so right now you look at the Raiders' contracts, right? They have a lot of young players on a lot of these rookie contracts. Like, just in terms of rookie contracts alone, Trevon Merrick's on a rookie contract. Malcolm Kuntz is on a rookie contract. I think where I get a little bit nervous, and one of the reasons why I want the Raiders to extend players now, is because I do think that you would be able to afford a cheaper discount with some of these players like a Marcus Epps, a Trevon Merrick, a Robert Spillane, a Malcolm Kuntz, right? Like some of the Nate Hobbs, guys that we want to be able to give these contract extensions to. But I'm also not really worried about, I am worried about our offense, but to me, our offense is actually, in my opinion, easy to fix. Because when you look at the skill position players that we have, I think, one of the more talented skill position units in the league. When you look at our offensive line, I do think that we have a top 15 offensive line in the NFL. The part that's not good for the Raiders, and the only reason why you're saying this, is the quarterback room, where, to me, I think our offense is an easy fix. You change the quarterback, you get somebody in there that's, gives you a shot to actually compete at a high level.
Dak.
I think your offense is fixed, man.
Dak Prescott.
Let's go to Rebel, Montana. I already hawked Tua at the Super Bowl.
I had to put it up there. Marshall knows.
I feel like you did a hawk Tua at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was.
That watching you, there was a piece of foam that flew out at least 5 feet out of that boot, Rebel. Yeah, I mean, easy. What up, Indian? What's your take, Chugs, on moving Polamayo to linebacker?
We could have both answered this, but I'll take it.
Dude, you got it.
My take on moving Polamayo to linebacker is, it's a very popular thing among the NFL, especially right now with how pass happy the league is, to move a safety who may be a little bit of a bigger safety down to linebacker. I mean, the Raiders have tried this with guys in the past, Tanner Muse being one of them, who obviously didn't work out the way that you wanted it to.
Good name drop.
But maybe Polamayo can be the better version of that. Or even if he's not a linebacker, like if he's not your traditional 4-3 linebacker, at least having him as a linebacker in nickel and dime packages if you don't trust
Yeah.
either Spillane or Diablo to be on the field to, guard a slot receiver or maybe one of these shiftier tight ends, because tight ends are getting better and better. We look at Brock Bowers he was drafted as a tight end, but he's as good as a receiver. Sam Laporta is the same way. So having like a Divine Diablo, and maybe you don't feel as well about him guarding those guys rather than somebody like a Polomeo who maybe will have better coverage skills. That's the thought process in it of like, and also you have a guy where the big V, versatility that Mitch likes to have. He can play linebacker, and then also if you need later on, he can move to safety. He can be a special teams guy. So that's why you want a guy like Polomeo, maybe to move to linebacker and give you some more of that big V.
Yeah, I think the move to linebacker is not like a full-time move to linebacker. I think it's more of like if you're in a certain package on defense, let's just say you're in a dime package and you know that the team is probably going to end up passing the ball, and you can have Polomeo out there who can defend the run. He's not big enough, I think, personally, to be an every down linebacker, but somebody that you would probably have a little bit more confidence in than like a Divine Diablo to go out and cover a tight end, go out and cover a running back or something like that. But one of the things that somebody from the Raiders actually told me this offseason, that they really like the development of Polomeo, and they think that he's a lot smarter than players his age. And I think that they want Polomeo to work out a lot because he does have a lot of it up here. And, I think the Raiders are a team that they're kind of showing you their blueprint of what they're trying to be able to go out and build, where, you're finding a lot of these coaches, they're bringing them in where, they've played in the NFL. Antonio Pierce played in the NFL. Cadillac Williams played in the NFL. Ricky Manning played in the NFL. Multiple coaches played in the league. And then one of the reasons why I know the Raiders really like Trey Taylor is because of his connections with Ed Reed and just being around that football family his entire life, where, he thought that he was a little bit more together up here. I was also told it was one of the reasons why they went out and got a guy like Carter Bradley. But, you also got to remember, Isaiah Polomeo is cousins with Troy Polamalu, and he's been in that family for a long, long time. So the project of Isaiah Polomeo, I think it might be a little bit more worth the squeeze, but he's a player that I'm really, really hoping for turns out to be a solid player. I think if he has a good year this year, we could fall in love with him kind of the way we did with like a Nicholas Morrow, where UDFA linebacker got better and better and better and better, and then by his fourth year, he turned out to be a pretty solid pro. Patrick B. Bang! In case you didn't know,
now
the B stands for bang.
Patrick B says, watching Getsy in Green Bay, he likes to throw the ball around. He had a lot of talent on those Green Bay teams. In Chicago, he had very little talent on offense and was forced to run in a 12 personnel. Getsy will shock a lot of people now that he has talent again. Oh, wait, you didn't hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua.
There we go. Spit on that thing.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah,
no way anybody's going to clip any of this for later.
Yeah, there's 0% chance.
I don't see a possibility.
There's no way in hell that anybody's going to clip any of this. That I can guarantee you. I will say this, though, Chugs. I got a deal out there for the nation, okay? I got a deal out there for the nation. And I'll tell you the deal. How about this?
My guy.
What? What?
No, just I gave somebody a shout out on a show of mine, and my phone was like having an aneurysm, and he just liked 30 of my tweets.
Oh, really?
I was like, what is going on?
That's wild.
I was like, did something happen like with something in the NFL? Because my phone was just like vibrating.
Going nuts.
For like the past 20 seconds, it was vibrating.
That's
I was like,
that's wild.
What's going on?
We got a super chat, or let me read through this. Watching Getsy in Green Bay.
I read it while you were hawk tuning.
Very little Getsy will shock a lot of people now.
And he's saying because Getsy has more talent on this team that he had in Chicago. Basically, Chicago had awful skill position players. He'll actually be able to show what he can do.
I mean, the other thing that really hurt Chicago's offense for Luke Getsy likes to run a wide zone running offense, right? Where, honestly, you need an athletic and you need a good offensive line in order to run that type of system. Chicago, the 2 years that Getsy was there, had arguably the worst offensive line in the NFL. But, I do really, really think that the Raiders understand that their quarterback play hurts them. So what did they do this season? They try to go out and they try to find players that can confuse the hell out of you. And Brock Bowers is one of those guys that when you put him on the field, he's just going to be able to open up Pandora's box with that 12 personnel. The Raiders are going to be able to do a lot of different things with, honestly, Mayer, Harrison Bryant. You can't forget about him. Dylan Laube is going to be another fun player. Trey Tucker, I think, is the secret weapon this season. And then, you got 2 stud receivers in Jacoby Myers and a Devontae Adams. It's going to be a fun year offensively. I just really hope it works. What up, Amara? What we doing if Max gets 23 sacks and if Gardner Minshew is MVP? Also, if Devontae Adams gets 2,000 yards and we win the Super Bowl, I will cry waterfall.
I know it's not, but this almost seems
I'll say that
it seems like a chat GPT response of like how to make Raider fan cry.
If this happens, I'm going to swim up a waterfall. You know what I mean? Like I am directly swimming up a waterfall if all that happens.
Like, this seems like you put into some sort of, like, AI generator. Like, my dad's a huge Raider fan. He's never cried in his life. How do I make it happen?
I will say this, though. There's one of these that is way more likely than all of the others.
We both say what we think it is on 3, all right? 3, 2, 1.
Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby getting 23 sacks is more likely than the Raiders winning the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
And I only say that because I'm willing to bet on Max more than I'm willing to bet on the Raiders.
I don't know.
And hey.
Carter.
Let's see, though. What's up, Carter? Trade for Tua. I'm good on that.
You're a big non-Tua guy.
I think he is grossly overrated. I know that there's a camp out there that was like, if he was a righty, he would be considered a lot better. I disagree with that. I do think that he is the prime example of padded stats and a good offense. He's a good quarterback.
Having a Pacific Islander, somebody who is from that culture, on the Raiders with already the amount of
I think the other reason though why I would never want to trade for Tua, I think legitimately if he got hit again, a really bad concussion, there is a chance he will have to retire.
Rebel said you meant Hawk Tua.
I don't even know if I could trade for Hawk Tua. Alex wouldn't like that one very much. I'm good on Tua. I'm not going to pay a quarterback 50. He's probably going to get $55 million a year. Somebody who I think is a fringe. I don't think he's top 10. I'd say he's fringe between 12 to 15. I look at Tua. I'd rather have Jared Goff than Tua Tagovailoa, if I'm being honest with you. I really, truly would. But then also you got to think about the idea that when he got hit those times last season, was it last season or the year before? It was the year before that.
Yeah.
I literally thought that there was a chance that he was going to be done.
Last year he was
good last year.
He was really good.
They got the ball out quickly. But, I also think that
last year, Tua stats, 69.3 completion percentage.
I don't want to hear the stats.
Nice.
I don't.
4,600 yards, 4,600 yards.
Yep.
Passing the ball.
Okay.
29 touchdowns.
Yep.
14 interceptions. 101.1 passer rating.
Yep.
Had one of the best deep balls in the NFL.
He also has Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, where I know that, and I mean this, Tyreek Hill is a human cheat code, and he is the reason why that Miami Dolphins offense moves the way that they do. Now, don't get me wrong, they have a lot of other very talented players, but Mike McDaniel is one of the best in the biz, and he's very good at putting Tua in the right situation. And their offense is let's get the ball out quickly, let's let our athletes be athletes. The yards after the catch for Miami, very, very high. It's a very, very high number. All right, let's get into our first segment here. It's going to be around Maxx Crosby and why I believe he's the best in the NFL. Then we're going to get into a segment here around Christian Wilkins. And then I'm going to, after our first segment here, actually, you know what? No. After both of our segments, I'm going to give you guys a deal, okay? I'm going to give you guys a deal that involves me doing a show tomorrow. You're good. You don't have this doesn't involve you.
Whoa.
Doesn't involve you. Let's just say I got a deal where I am willing to go live tomorrow. I'll give you that deal coming up here in a little bit. I do, though, want to get into this first segment around Maxx Crosby, and then we will get into Christian Wilkins. So if y'all are ready to get this thing rocking and rolling, I need some 98s down below. I need some 98s down below. Amara, trade for Matt Stafford or Jared Goff. I mean, you're not going to trade for either of them. But if I had to pick of which one I'd rather trade for right now, to be honest, I'd rather trade for Jared Goff right now. If you told me 1 year, I'd take Stafford. If it's like multiple seasons, it's Goff. I don't know how healthy Stafford's arm is, and that scares the hell out of me. So, but both would give us a better chance to win. If either of those quarterbacks are on the Raiders right now, they're winning 12 games.
Yeah.
Winning 12 games. All right, coming up, Maxx Crosby, best in the league. Let's get into this one right now. Maxx Crosby is the best defensive end in the National Football League, and he's going to have his best season in 2024. Raider Nation knows that 98 brings it every single day. The nation knows how amazing this player is on and off the field. After this season, the national media, the NFL, when people ask who is the best defensive end, you know what? No, who's the best defender in the National Football League? Everyone is going to say Maxx Crosby. So I'm going to put a challenge out there. Max is one of those guys, brick by brick. You got to show up every single day. I have put out a video, and I have never put out a video before that has had 10,000 likes. On this channel, we have put out over 3,400 videos. The most liked video ever on the Raiders Report is when the Raiders fired Josh McDaniels. You know what? I want this video to be the most liked video I've ever put out. And if this show gets 10,000 likes, we're going to give away a signed Maxx Crosby jersey. Share this, put it out there. Let's get this thing going for Mad Max, and I want to give away a signed Mad Max jersey. So right now, the Condor, he's entering the 6th year in the NFL, drafted in the 4th round out of Eastern Michigan. I legitimately think that this is going to go down in the history books as arguably the greatest draft pick that the Raiders organization has ever had. I think he could go down in the record books as being the greatest Raider of all time, which speaks of great volumes. I know the Raiders haven't been very good of late, but you go back and you look at a lot of those amazing teams in the 80s, in the 70s, hell, in the 60s, right? Like, those teams were built on the backs of amazing, amazing defenses, and Max is in 2024, but that guy plays like he was on an 83 and 80, a 77 Super Bowl caliber type of team. Over the past 4 seasons, for number 98, 14.5 sacks last season, 12.5 sacks the year before that, 8 sacks, 7 sacks. The reason why Maxx Crosby does not get the love, the reason why he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, the Raiders have not won a lot of football games, and the sack numbers are a little bit low. But here's the thing. If at any point, and I mean this, and I'm looking at all of y'all dead in the eyes right now, when you say to your friends, Maxx Crosby is the best in the NFL, because I know this, I say it all the time, and I was at a bachelor party over probably like 2 weeks ago, and I said, Maxx Crosby is the best defensive player in the NFL, and a lot of my friends laughed at me, and I'm sure that, you know, some people out in the Bay are like, no, Nick Bosa is better. Down here in Dallas, people are like, Micah Parsons is better. People are going to say Myles Garrett's better, TJ Watt. I've heard it all. If you say Maxx Crosby's the best player in the NFL on the defensive side of the football, and somebody laughs at you, I want you to bookmark this, and I want you to send them this video, because I got the numbers, I got everything to back up your every single story, everything that there is possibly around Maxx Crosby being the best in the league, and here's why. Nobody pressures a quarterback more than number 98. I know sacks are the stat that are very important, but I'll also say this. Nobody has to do more for their team than number 98, like Maxx Crosby. TJ Watt doesn't have to do as much as Max. Myles Garrett doesn't have to do as much. Micah Parsons doesn't have to do as much. Nick Bosa doesn't have to do as much. They have so much more talent than what Max has had his entire career, and yet over the past 3 seasons, nobody has more quarterback pressures than Maxx Crosby. In fact, since 2021, 276. Nobody's got more pressures. And I know that pressures don't result in sacks, but pressures do result in the quarterback hurrying up. It also results in the play rushing a little bit. And if you can get near the quarterback, because pressures to me are a lot like targets. Pressures to me are a lot like opportunities. Sooner or later, the sack numbers are going to come there. And I'm a big believer that this guy right here you're looking at, he's going to break the Raiders' single-season sack record. I think, honestly, you get close to 20 this upcoming season. When you look at the most pressures over the last 2 seasons, let's talk about it. Max is number 1. with 182. Nick Bosa, 165. Micah Parsons, 157. Myles Garrett, 151. And then Chris Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs at 142. Maxx Crosby does not get the recognition because the Raiders have not won since he's been a part of this team. They've gone to one playoff game. One playoff game, and they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Crosby's sack numbers will improve in 2024 thanks to the signing of Christian Wilkins, thanks to the fact that you brought back Adam Butler, you brought back John Jenkins, Malcolm Kuntz is ready to take that next step, Tyree Wilson's going to take that next step. Because the Raiders have one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, the concentration's not going to be so much on Maxx, and if you want to double team him, that means one-on-ones for a lot of other very talented players. And here's the one thing that we cannot forget. We knew that Maxx was dealing with a knee injury last season that could have cost him his life. That's not an insane thing to say. Maxx had a legit knee injury. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's videos everywhere around it where he could have lost his life, could have lost his leg, and instead of saying, no, I'm sitting out, he played every single freaking snap, and he went out there. Why? Because he's a dog, and he's the best in the biz. If you think that Maxx Crosby is better than Nick Bosa, I want you to smash that subscribe button. In the month of June, we're in a sub-battle right now against the 49ers report, but I want this to live on because the amount of times I get hit with Nick Bosa is better than Maxx Crosby. I mean, it's the eye roll emoji. It's an LOL, laugh out loud. There's going to be some people that think Bosa's better. That's fine. You can let them. To me, though, as soon as I hear Nick Bosa's better than Maxx Crosby, I think you personally don't know ball. Let's go to the next reason why Maxx is the best defensive end in the National Football League. He doesn't take plays off. Where, there's a lot of times we always say the best thing that a player can have is the ability to go out there and play. And Maxx, not only is he always healthy, knock on wood, I know he said he just played on one leg, but he still was able to go out there and play at a very high level. But the fact that he just doesn't take plays off is unbelievable to me. Like, he is such an important part of the Raiders. And when you look at the numbers over the past 2 seasons of just snaps. Now, I am talking about these 5 players because I think if you were to ask 100 NFL fans who's the best defensive end in the NFL, 90% of fans are going to say one of these 5 guys here. But from snaps over the past 2 seasons, Crosby's got 2,166. Micah, 400 less. Myles Garrett, 500 less. Nick Bosa, 600 less. TJ Watt, about 700 less snaps than the Condor, 98. The next reason why Maxx is the best in the NFL, I know that people want to see the sack numbers for defensive ends, and it's obviously a very important statistic. But Maxx leads the NFL in QB pressures. He's, out of those 5 guys, by far the most in snaps. He's also the best run defender in the league. Let me say it again. He's the best run defender in the league. He is the best all-around defensive end. And because it doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, people kind of knock him for that. When you look at 2023 PFF run grades, guess who's number 1? It's Maxx, 92.7 overall grade, followed by DeMarcus Lawrence, Khalil Mack, and then, let's be honest with ourselves here. The fact that Maxx is number 1 here, very impressive. But you know what? Let's go back to the other 4 players that we're going to continue to talk about. Myles Garrett finished last season, number 7 overall, very respective. TJ Watt, number 8. Nick Bosa, 20th in the NFL. Micah Parsons all the way down there at number 65 in the league. To me, when you talk about the best in the biz, it really comes down to just being the best overall player. And we know Maxx can get after the quarterback, but he's also unbelievable in the run game. One of my good buddies, Tristan Kuhn, you guys know him as Raider Scout on IG. Over the last 2 seasons, teams have ran towards Maxx Crosby on just 9.8% of their rush attempts. The lowest in the NFL among all edge rushers. Second lowest, Myles Garrett at 19.9%. So that's the second lowest. So that's telling me 9.8 compared to 19.9. Crosby was doubled 21% of the time on rundowns last season. Second was Will Anderson of the Texans at 16%. So think about that statistic for a second, because if you don't understand how amazing that Maxx is the best run defender in the NFL, according to PFF, he also has led the NFL in tackles for loss the last 2 seasons. When you also look at that number right there, mind-blowing. So essentially, 1 out of every 10 times do teams run at Crosby, and yet he still led the NFL, and not just one, in back-to-back seasons that's not even pretty damn good, Tristan. This is the only thing I disagree with this tweet. This is unflippin' believable. The Condor is the best in the league. And if you want to know how great he is compared to tackles for loss leaders, 22 back in 2022, which that was the best in the league. 3 players tied for number 4. One of those players, I believe, was Myles Garrett. You see Nick Bosa there at 19. Well, what about 2023? He was tied with Danielle Hunter with 23 tackles for loss. Then it's Khalil Mack, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and then TJ Watt. The only player that is showing up in pressures, sacks, tackles for loss, snaps. I mean, like, there's nobody else that plays defensive end. There's nobody else in the NFL that fills up a stat sheet every single week like number 98. The reason why I am making this video, though, is because I don't even think we've seen the best version of Maxx. And I bet you if you asked him to, he'd probably tell you the exact same thing. The Raiders' defensive line is better this season, and I'm telling you what right now, he's top 5 to the NFL world. He's number 1 in my book, but I really want people to get on this train right now that Maxx is the best in the league, which, again, most Raider fans already think that. But because the Raiders' defensive line is better this season, and it's better because you have another season of Malcolm getting older, Tyree Wilson's going to take that next step, and he's going to be better in his second year in the NFL. John Jenkins, he was a dog last season for the Raiders. You go out and you had one of the best defensive tackles in the league in Christian Wilkins, who is going to eat up double teams, which quite frankly just means Maxx is going to get more one-on-one opportunities. And if Maxx is going to get a one-on-one opportunity, you could take this to the bank. He's breaking the single-season sack record held by Burgess, which is 16. Then the final reason why Maxx is going to take that next step and why he's going to get that recognition to be the best in the NFL, his name's Antonio Pierce. His name's Patrick Graham. His name's Rob Leonard. There is not a better head coach, defensive coordinator, defensive line duo in the entire league than those 3 guys right there. And the more and more you're seeing it, the more and more it's proof that they're amazing coaches, really, really helping out all these players on this team. And because they're great coaches, it's going to help out the entire defense. It's also going to help out the Raiders because at the end of the day, if the Raiders don't just win, baby, Maxx isn't going to get the credit that he deserves. And the fact that he's been able to do the numbers that he's put up, like, think about this. He has put up the numbers that he has put up with, okay, while also dealing with probably the most bullshit that any player has ever had to deal with in their first 5 years of their NFL career. You're talking about John Gruden, Mike Mayock, that situation. You could talk about all the other situations that the Raiders have had over the past 3 seasons, right? Then you're talking about Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, and Maxx still doing what he's doing. If he did that with those guys and those GMs, what the hell do you think he's going to do with the Antonio Pierce and Patrick Graham and actually a well-run organization? Rob Ryan said earlier in June, right around, like when minicamp was going on, that Maxx Crosby is the best defensive player that he has coached in 30 years, okay? And, I need a hype man like Rob, and I know that this is the type of the year where it's always best shape of life season. Everything is, cupcakes, butterflies, rainbows, and Rob is definitely speaking because he loves this team. He loves Mad Max, but then there's also, that part of me where I believe him. I believe Rob Ryan when he says this because there's a lot of people saying the exact same thing. So to me, I wanted to go and I wanted to find just some notable names of some just unbelievable players that Rob Ryan has coached in his time. I mean, Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis, 2 Hall of Fame players for the nation out there. Charles Woodson, Warren Sapp, hey, those 2 are freaking goats, man. DeMarcus Ware, Cam Jordan, Stephon Gilmore back in 2016. Stephon Gilmore back in 2016, for those of you that do not know, won the Defensive Player of the Year award. So, Rob Ryan's telling you that Maxx Crosby is better than the player that won the Defensive Player of the Year award. If you think that 98 is the best in the biz, and I mean the best all-around defensive end and the most impactful defender in the league, I think that he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know what the odds are on it right now, but as soon as I get done doing this show, I'm about to put $100 on Maxx Crosby winning Defensive Player of the Year because, I just convinced myself that he's going to win it. Maxx Crosby is the best defensive player in the NFL, and if you agree, spam 98 down below. Nobody has pressured a quarterback more than Maxx over the past 3 seasons with 276. doesn't take any plays off. People always talk about TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa. Well, guess what? None of those guys are even close to the amount of snaps that Crosby's had. In fact, he's got 400 more than all of them. Max is great against the run. Best defensive run stopper according to PFF last season. Also, he's led the NFL in tackles for loss 2 straight seasons. The Raiders' defensive line is better, and with our coaching staff, you haven't even seen the best version of Max. The numbers that Max has put up in his first 5 years is with John Gruden, Mike Mayock, Josh McDaniels, and Dave Ziegler. I can't wait to see what he does this season with Antonio Pierce, Patrick Graham, and an actual good organization behind him. Mad Max, he's winning Defensive Player of the Year for Just Win Babies. Believe it, baby.
Hot Tua!
Hot Tua!
Which, funny enough,
yeah,
our gong got stolen.
I heard that.
He said we have to hit it twice.
He said we have to hit it twice? All right, here's my deal then. If we hit the gong twice, okay, and we get the gong back, I'm going to go live tomorrow with Graf. And Wasted's the TBD from what I understand. But Graf, I don't know if you're watching this. I'm going to text him right now. Live tomorrow. Book it. I'm going to tell him. Graf says he's down to do a live.
National Smoothie Day.
If we hit 2 gongs right now, by the end of the show, if we hit 2 more gongs by the end of the show, I'm going to go live tomorrow with Graphic Raider. And you know what? We're going to get a little bit wild tomorrow. I just sent Graf a text message that goes, "Love tomorrow, book it." Had to autocorrect that one live.
Live.
Oh, that's funny.
Favorite smoothie flavor? I see mixed berry. I see chocolate and banana. Strawberry, banana, kiwi. I mean, I'm pretty strawberry banana is always a go for me whenever it comes to smoothie flavors. I would say blueberries hit or miss. I feel like they have to be like really good in season.
Oh. Yeah, I agree with that.
Pineapple can be good from time to time.
I would say, to me, again, I'm a very seasonal person. If it's the summertime, a mango smoothie, we went to the Rangers and Mets game on Wednesday, and Chase came out with this like mango smoothie, and I'm like, where the hell did you get that? You know what I mean? It was just like, my other question is a pina colada a smoothie?
Yeah.
Is it?
You can get it basically in a smoothie flavor because it's just coconut pineapple.
Sure. I would say on a beach.
It's just without the.
On a beach, pina colada's got to be up there. What's Miami Vice? That's like strawberry and mango mixed.
No, Miami Vice is just half pina colada, half strawberry.
Oh, that's what it is. That's very good smoothie.
Robert says pastrami.
Yep. I think a salami smoothie would probably be the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
I think he meant to say salami.
How much for a salami smoothie?
Not enough.
If we blended up a salami.
Rebel, I've had a pina colada smoothie before. It's not a pina colada, but it's just a smoothie with coconut and pineapple.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I would also say I do really like banana, peanut butter, chocolate smoothies, like that kind of stuff.
I also do like where it's like banana, coconut, lime. That mixture, really good.
Interesting. Yeah, I know it's a drink with alcohol, but, I mean, you could make that a smoothie if you just blended up pineapple and you put some coconut. Is it coconut juice or coconut water? Coconut water, I guess.
Coconut cream.
Ooh, that sounds really good. What up, Bomber? Trade for Matt Stafford or Jared Goff? Yeah, I think we already answered that one. Rock and Jock, 98 is the defensive Raiders GOAT, but Marcus Allen is the Raiders GOAT, the most versatile running back while even blocking for Bo. I mean, the only reason why I'm going to disagree with you, Rock and Jock, is because I don't think that Marcus Allen is even the best Raiders running back of all time. You mentioned Bo Jackson. Now, from a statistic standpoint, Marcus is going to go down as the best running back statistically. I feel like it would be like looking at Frank Gore's stats, right? And somebody looks at Frank Gore's stats, and Frank Gore was an amazing running back. Marcus Allen was an amazing running back. Frank Gore right now is third all time in rushing yards. I don't think that Frank Gore is the third best running back in the NFL. And I mean, I'll ask every single person watching the show right now. I would love to actually know if you could take Bo Jackson at their best or Marcus Allen at their best, who are you taking? Because you can't call somebody the GOAT. If I think if you asked 100 Raider fans that question, I'm going to say 75, 80% are taking Bo.
Amon-Ra, cream smoothie. And LCA says, check Venmo because maybe he's in for the duck race, the $20 duck race at the end of the show. Maybe that's why he wants you to check Venmo.
I'm going to guess that's not why. If I had to guess, there's probably a boot in my future. And I'm just going to tell you this right now. He just sent me a message, and it has 4 letters in it. And it's B, no. The 4 letters are B-O-O-T because Lord Cameron Abbott.
Bang!
If you don't spam LCA, then you can get the hell out of here. And for the first time ever, I got a Hawk Tua boot.
Oh, a little hot too.
A little Hawk Tua boot. Also, y'all, if anybody wants to get in for the duck race, it's a $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365. LCA is in, which right now, $20 Venmo, you'd win $60. Also, we are doing a Raiders mini helmet giveaway. It's going to be signed by Jeremy and I. Every $5 super chat that we get, you're going to be entered in for that one. So if you also want to get in, Cameron, just put Cameron in. Just put Cameron. Put Cameron in. I don't know if Noah Santana's in yet for the helmet. Put him in too.
Yeah, he is.
Patrick B, is he in too?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Lord Cameron Abbott. What is up? What is up, my man? So, I'm going to knock back this boot here. And then we're going to get into our next segment here around Christian Wilkins because I do have to do the mat. We have to figure out a way to get that Madden sim going. I got to try to be out of here by 6 today. Alex's mom's in. She's staying with us tonight because Alex is actually doing wedding dress shopping tomorrow. So we got some family stuff going on tonight, and
yeah, you do.
Well,
making the fam bigger.
No, I did buy something today that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, you did.
I bought a.
Why do you think we're doing this for $100?
The Hawk Tua.
I mean, it's sending messages of Mitch's future.
I did a dog dad purchase today.
Yeah, dirty dog.
Yeah, I did.
You dirty dog.
I have like one of those pools. Like I have like a turf area at my old apartment, so I bought this like pool area because Chuck wasn't allowed to get in the pool that we had at the apartment. So I filled up with water. Chuck and I basically just go in the pool. So I bought like a bunch of those like plastic ball pit like balls, and I want to be able to put it in there and see how Chuck does with it.
Nice.
Yeah. I bought 100, which honestly it was like $20 for 100 of them.
That's not bad.
I was going to buy 200. How much do you think 200 would cost?
$80.
Yes. I was like, so you're telling me I get 100 for 20, or 200 was $80?
Yeah. Duh.
Why not just buy? What do you mean, duh? That math doesn't even make sense. It's a terrible
reminder, we're 10 likes away from Mitch eating another spicy jelly bean.
No, this one's for you. Next one's you.
$5 to get in on the signed helmet. Gary Gonzalez says he's in. He won our Rich Gannon jersey yesterday. $100 for a Hawk Tua boot, $200 for a shirtless beer bong, and 3 bangs equals a gong today because it's National Gong Day. Gary Gonzalez, hey guys, thanks for the jersey yesterday. Also, how many players you think will rock that C patch and why?
First thing, Gary, I actually we ordered the jersey today, so you actually should get it pretty soon. In terms of the players that are going to rock the C patch,
AJ Cole.
AJ Cole's a lock. Daniel Carlson, I'll guess. Maxx, Devontae,
Wilkins.
Wilkins will probably wear it. I would imagine they give it to Epps again. Epps had it last season. The one that I'm curious about is Colton Miller. And I know that Miller's rocked the C on his chest before, but he would be the one where I would be interested to see if they give him the captain designation again. But those are the people that I'm gonna guess. And then Robert Spillane as well. Spillane's
Do you
gonna be
think
on
a
there.
captain's ever been traded?
Has a captain ever been traded?
Like in the NFL, like somebody who was a captain for their team that season was traded?
Sure.
You think so?
I mean, quarterbacks are traded. I don't know if a quarterback's ever been traded in like.
But not every quarterback's a captain.
Basically,
you didn't just name Nor Gardner.
One of those guys. One of those guys will be a captain.
Not necessarily.
One of them will be captain. One of them will be a captain. Whoever's the starting quarterback, if Jimmy Garoppolo is a captain, one of them will be a captain. And to be honest, I would bet it's going to be Aiden.
You think Sam Darnold will be a captain this year for the Vikings?
Yes.
You think he will be?
If he's the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, he's the captain.
Seeps.
I guarantee.
Will Sam Darnold be a captain for the Vikings this year?
Probably.
That was the least assuring probably I've ever heard.
I mean, thank you, Seeps.
But then if he sucks, you're just going to bench one of your captains? Does he wear the captain's patch on the bench?
It has happened before. It happens, quite frank. I mean, it happens often.
I feel like at that point you have to take the captain's patch away.
I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo didn't play for half the season.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have burned it. Burn the captain patch. No more.
I agree, dude.
If you're wearing a captain's patch and you're not playing more than 50% of the snaps that you're eligible to play in,
it's kind of weird.
Weird.
Definitely kind of weird, man.
All right, next segment up.
Also, we're 4 likes away. Just so you know, you're up for the jelly bean. I said every other.
I don't remember that.
You can rewind the tape. I feel like Robert Jansen right now.
Let me know. Did he say that? Y for yes, N for no.
You have to go back. You'd have to go back and look. But
did he say that?
I'm pretty confident I did. Ed Robbins is saying yes. And then T Nipple, who I've never heard before, very passionate about me saying yes to that. T Nipple's been waiting for that one. That's hilarious, man.
T Nipple, I promise.
I promise. You can't doubt somebody with the name of T Nipple 20. There's not a doubt in my mind. 3 likes away from Jeremy eating a spicy jelly bean. My question is, do you want number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Number 3, my lord.
All right, I'm going to be honest. It's the third hottest. It's the third hottest. That's the cayenne. This one's spicy.
Number 3, my lord.
This one, I believe, is... So on the level of spice, you could... this is how hot they are. So it is sriracha, which is the lowest level, which honestly is not hot at all. Jalapeno tastes like the spiciest kettle-cooked jalapeno chip you've ever had. Cayenne, I think it's the worst tasting one out of the bunch, but it is spicy. I want to say it's like 100,000 Scoville units. The mango habanero is the hottest from the jump.
I like the mango one better.
That one's like the best tasting one.
The cayenne just tastes like
it's horrible. You could you can feel the crunch of the cayenne, if that makes sense.
It's just it's spicy, but it just tastes bad.
And then the worst one is, and it's the spiciest jelly bean, I believe, on the planet, the Carolina Reaper. It sucks. I will say that means we are left with a Carolina Reaper, a habanero, and a jalapeno. So the next could be deadly.
I will say, I actually like the habanero one better than that one.
See, I think the habanero one is really hot, but it does taste better.
Yes. Like taste-wise, I think a habanero pepper tastes better.
Though the Carolina Reaper, which I'm pretty sure is this guy, this one sucks, dude. This one's like 10 minutes, your mouth is just watering. I don't really know how to explain it besides that.
Haktua.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
People were asking about the pie. Mitch got a frozen pie and didn't realize we had to cook it. We don't have an oven here at the office, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
So we have a raw pie chilling here at the office.
I mean, we could microwave it, but then
we can't. It's in a tin foil.
Oh, you'd have to take it out of the tin. I'm telling you, my point is,
but it wouldn't cook it though.
My point is, it would be a disaster. Like, if we're gonna do this apple pie cheddar cheese thing, we got to do it the right way. So this weekend, I'm gonna bake a pie, and I'll bring it in probably on Monday or Tuesday, and then we'll try it then. Believe me, dude, I was devastated when I realized that this pie needed to be baked.
Hey, Texans versus Mexicans. What's up, my guy?
I was devastated when I found out. It was pretty brutal. All right, coming up next here on the show, let's get into Bleacher Report flat out disrespecting Christian Wilkins just because.
Disrespect.
I mean, they did. They said.
And get no respect.
The Cliff Notes version is Bleacher Report said that the Raiders signing Wilkins was a bad move.
I ain't getting no respect.
And I don't understand how that's even humanly possible for you to say that Christian Wilkins was a bad move.
Rebel's throwing tomatoes at you.
I deserve it, Rebel. I completely deserve it. I told Jeremy I didn't want to buy like a cheap apple pie like from the store. So what did I do? I literally ordered one that's like no preservatives. It literally says on it no canned canned anything. It's made with real apples.
I wonder if one of us would have if I parked my car in the sun today and we put it on the windshield, do you think it would have cooked?
Probably not the way we wanted it to.
I think maybe it's too much.
I mean,
I know you can do it with cookies because it's just individual, small.
I mean, it's a homemade 3-pound pie. Like, it is I'm actually really excited to try the pie. We got to try it both with and without. But I read the instructions, and it said we have to bake it for 90 minutes. I think it's 400 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's a monstrous pie. We'll try the cheddar cheese challenge, though, at some point. Rebel said, bring it to Phoenix. It's 114 degrees.
Yeesh.
I will say there was one time last year that I didn't make eggs outside on my pan. I'm proud enough to say that I have done that at least once down here in Texas where it was a scorcher outside. And I was like, all right, F it. I'll try to see if I could do it. I put the pan out there on the mulch. I let it cook up, and I was able to crack an egg and cook an egg. What?
Since they're over in the other studio,
yeah,
I think some people maybe aren't as happy about International Gong Day.
Really? Did we get a message or something?
No.
Oh. I mean, maybe.
Chase is over there, and he said, making it media, not going to be happy. Because he's over there in the studio next to him.
Oh, I love it.
Jack Sperry is in the one that's right next to the wall.
And
he's just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
I mean, sorry that we're trying to make a business here. I don't know what to tell him. Sorry that we're trying to better ourselves.
Move in next door.
So the only people that are close to hitting the gong again would be Cameron's 2 bangs away from hitting the gong, and then Patrick B's 2 away, Avgin's 2 away. So far, Noah Santana, who is the MVP of today's show.
Imagine if we would have done our show over there as well.
If we would have done our show over there, I would have done a gong clock. That would have been fun. A gong clock. Who's up for it?
Oh
All right, let's go. We're going to get into this next segment. Then we got our Madden Sim against the Bengals. Today is Friday happy hour. If you don't know what the deals are, can you just show the deal one more time before we get into this Wilkins segment? Every 100 likes, Chugs and I are going to have a hot jelly bean. He just ate one, so that means I get the next one. Every $5 super chat or Venmo that I get today, you're going to be entered in to win a signed Raiders helmet from Jeremy and I. Every Hondo, we're doing a Hawk Tua bong. If you don't know, well, you will soon. Every 200 is a shirtless bong race, which I don't know if we'll get that today. If Patrick B sent in a 2, and if Avgin did it, if Lord Cameron Abbott did it, it would be a gong and a shirtless bong race. That's a hell of a deal. And then since today is International Gong Day, 3 bangs equals a gong. What up, LCA? T-Nipple, what? Sit, he will get it. Laugh out loud, you know it. Am I lost here or am I lost here?
I think people are having conversations in the chat just unbeknownst to anything we're talking about.
I have no idea.
Ed Robbins and Rebel Montana are planning a meetup in Tucson right now.
Yeah, I see it. I have to do a road trip and we can meet up at the cabin or Westgate. I'm in Tucson. Yo, hey. Put that Addy in there. Let's make it a road trip. Let's get wild.
Road trip, road trip, road trip.
I'd be down to do a little bit of a road trip. Chugs, let me all right. We'll do this segment and then I'll go pee.
Okay.
I'll do this segment and then I'll go pee. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Does that sound good to all y'all? Because I got to take a little bit of a leak. Coming up, we're going to talk about Christian Wilkins. And let's just say this, as soon as this next segment is done, today's show might get a little bit wild. I just got a notification. It's going to get a little bit wild. Coming up, we're going to talk here about Christian Wilkins. Bleacher Report flat out disrespected Christian Wilkins and the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report, and I'm here to tell you that, you know what? This is just flat out blasphemy to me. Bleacher Report believes that the Las Vegas Raiders will regret the contract that they gave to Christian Wilkins this offseason. And coming up here on the Raiders Report, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why it was a great signing. I'm also going to give you 3 reasons why Bleacher Report, I don't know who's writing for them. I don't know what it is. They always say this. The trash gets taken out once a week. Recently, Bleacher Report, they've been taking it out every single day. Who's with me right now? I want y'all to spam 98. If you think the signing of Christian Wilkins was a great signing by the Raiders. Spam 94 if you think Christian Wilkins was a great signing by the Raiders. I'm live here on the show. We were just talking about Maxx Crosby. I think 98 and 94 both going to be amazing players for the Silver and Black. And the fact that I saw an article that was literally dogging the Raiders for signing Wilkins, I was like, I got to make a video on this. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me, and it just proves that whoever wrote this article has no idea. So whoever it was, I hope you send this to them because they need to get educated. If you don't know the whole breakdown of the Wilkins contract, here it is. He signed a 4-year deal, $110 million with $82.8 million guaranteed. Their reasoning to why it wasn't a good signing and why the Raiders are going to regret the Wilkins contract was because the Raiders were a good but not great team that wanted to make a splash. Currently, right now, he is the second highest paid defensive tackle in the NFL behind Chris Jones, which is all the things that they know. I will admit that Bleacher Report does fail to remember that when the Raiders signed Wilkins, he was the third highest paid DT, because then if you remember, Aaron Donald ended up retiring shortly after that. And I know when you look at the number here, 4 years, $110 million, it is a lot of money. But you know what? When you really break down the contract from top to bottom and you really think about the defensive tackle market and where it is going over the next 4 seasons, we're going to look at this deal here and we're going to go, you know what? This is a really good freaking deal. But here's what Bleacher Report had to say on why the Raiders are going to regret the Christian Wilkins contract. The 28-year-old Wilkins isn't a game changer. He's never been an all-pro of any kind or even a Pro Bowler. He's never posted an approximate value in double digits, and he's never had a campaign with 10 sacks or more than 2 forced fumbles. And yet, he'll count more than $30 million against the cap in 2025, 2026, and 2027. Let me just say this real quick. Anybody that's talking about approximate value doesn't watch football. And there's a lot of nerd numbers out there. There's a lot of things that you can point at. But the reason why Christian Wilkins, I think that Bleacher Report is looking at that, they're looking at box scores. They're looking at stats. What he does on the football field isn't always going to show up on a stat sheet. So, like, whoever the nerd that made this article for Bleacher Report, here's why you were dumb to make it. Wilkins is a game changer. He takes on a lot of double teams. Giggity. He opens up a lot of things for his other teammates. What he is able to do for your defensive line, I'm a believer that it comes down to being able to win in the trenches. Christian Wilkins helps your defense win in the trenches. The other reason is defensive tackle was the Raiders' biggest need this offseason. So the Raiders, you're telling me it's dumb that the Raiders decided to spend the most money this offseason on their biggest need to help out their best player, number 98. And then on top of that, I think when you look at the Wilkins contract, it's a really good contract from top to bottom because the Raiders tied Wilkins to Antonio Pierce to Tom Telesco. AP and Telesco really only have 2 guaranteed years. And I say that because I was the one that was kind of, broke the news that the Cliff Kingsbury deal fell through, that the Raiders wanted to offer Kingsbury 2. Cliff, remember, he wanted 3 years. The Raiders are looking in a 2-year window. When you look at Wilkins' contract from top to bottom in this window, yes, it's a 4-year deal, but he has $0 million of guaranteed dollars in 2026 and in 2027. His cap hit this season is $10.3 million. And then after that, yes, it does go up. It's $33 million the next season. The year after that, it's 30. The year after that is 30. But you know what the best part about the NFL is in salary cap? It goes up and up and up. So yes, those numbers are there, but the actual value of how much it's going to be against the cap is really not truly that bad. And then the fact that there's $0 of guaranteed money in 2026 and in 2027. That means this, that in 2024 and 2025, if the Raiders are winning football games and they're playing at a high level, then guess what? I'm okay paying Christian Wilkins at $30 million a year because we're a good football team. That's what good football teams do. If you're a bad football team in 2026, well, he's $0 million guaranteed. You can cut him. You barely cost anything against the cap, and then you can move on. Shout out to Tom Delaney, who's the one that does a lot of the contracts for the Raiders, because flat out, the fact that Bleacher Report thinks that the Raiders are going to regret giving Christian Wilkins that money tells me this, that apparently anybody's allowed to write for Bleacher Report because the clown that made this article deserves to be exposed. If you're looking for Raiders content and analysis all offseason, hit that subscribe button. I'm somebody that prides myself on trying to bring other people up. I'm somebody that prides myself on, creating love and really trying to bring the nation together. But flat out, when I see an article like this, I feel like somebody's attacking my family. And even though Wilkins has never stepped on the field for the Raiders yet in terms of an actual game day, rocking that shield, he is already proving to me, and I think a lot of people in the nation, hell, he's proven to Maxx Crosby that he is a born Raider, silver and black. He's a part of this family now. In 94, I got your back, and I think the rest of the nation does as well. Coming up next here, I got 5 reasons why the Raiders won't regret signing Wilkins. I actually can't even believe I'm making this video. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that I'm making a video around somebody saying that the Raiders are going to regret signing Christian Wilkins, I'm going to save this one, and that article is going to turn into an old tweets exposed type of article. So here we go. The first reason, and I've already said it, defensive tackle was the Las Vegas Raiders' biggest need. How many years, guys? How many years have we set up here during free agency, during the offseason, and go, defensive tackle is the biggest need for the Raiders? We talked about it in the draft. We talked about it for probably 2 or 3 years now. So what did the Raiders do? They go, all right, what's our biggest need? Defensive tackle. Okay, cool. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to spend a boatload of money, and I'm going to go out, and I'm going to get a big-time defensive tackle. I think the other part of that is, you know what? It might have been a little bit of an overpay. It might have been. But the Raiders also have still $34.1 million in salary cap space. It's like a multi-billionaire going out and spending a lot of money on a jet. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if you might have needed it. But you know what? It's nice to have, and the Raiders have the money to do it. Christian Wilkins was a need, and he was expensive, but we still have a lot of money to be able to go out and address a lot of our other needs. Next reason coming up here of why the Raiders aren't going to regret it. I had Wilkins as one of my top free agent targets for the Raiders. In fact, I had Wilkins above Chris Jones. One, because I knew Chris Jones was going to go to the Chiefs. Other reason was because I was like, Wilkins is going to have that Raider mindset. And I know I said it multiple times that Raider Nation's going to fall in love with Wilkins. And you're already seeing players, coaches saying that, like, he's got Maxx Crosby mindset. And one of the biggest reasons why I know that the Raiders aren't going to regret this is because if you're going to sign a player to that much money, you need somebody that's going to be able to prove it on and off the field, because showing up on Sundays is important. Monday Night Football is important. Showing up on game day is important, but what you do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday during that week, that helps you, but it also helps your teammates. And having that Maxx Crosby mindset is how a Raiders team goes from being very mediocre to taking that next step. And they're about to take that next step. Here's what Antonio Pierce, Raiders head coach, had to say on Maxx Crosby and Christian Wilkins. There are two gentlemen that are in this building every day before coaches: Maxx Crosby, Christian Wilkins. They happen to be on the same D-line playing next to each other. God bless everybody else. Don't worry about our quarterbacks, buddy. Worry about yours. And the Raiders, they know that, Aiden O'Connell is what it is. Gardner Minshew, it is what it is. But if you subscribe to the idea that defense wins championships, if you subscribe to the idea that if you have a dominant defense, it doesn't matter what you do on the offensive side of the football, as long as you take care of it, that's what this Raiders team believes. And every single day, they might not win every game. They're not going to win every game. But at the end of that game, you're going to go, holy shit, we got the shit kicked out of us by the Raiders, even if it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. If you're looking for Raiders gear on sale, I got some for you. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders sale. This link is always available. So I have a lot of different t-shirts and stuff up here right now, but you know what? If you watch this video a month from now, if you watch this video a year from now, because I want this to be a video that people go back to, they save, and they go, Mitch, you were right. Or you know what? If I'm wrong, I don't think I'm going to be wrong. You go back to it. But at any point in anybody's life, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, birthdays, I don't care what it is, special occasion, you're like, I got a Raider fan in my life and they need some Raiders gear on sale. If you need just a spot where you can go to find hundreds, and I mean hundreds of different Raiders things on sale 365 days out of the year, go to chatsports.com/Raiders sale. That link's going to be available to you all the time. So please save it. It's going to be available in the description and in the comments of today's show. Let's go to the next reason why the Raiders aren't going to regret signing Wilkins. There are not many times in life where if you're starting a new job or if an NFL team signs a player that you have the relationships already set in place that Wilkins does. And I do think one of the reasons why the Raiders were willing to, pony up a little bit of that extra cash to go out and get Wilkins is because of the relationships that he had not only with players, but also with the coaches. Patrick Graham, Raiders defensive coordinator, he was the Miami Dolphins DC in 2019. Why is that year important? Well, I don't know, because the year that the Dolphins drafted Wilkins in the first round, number 13 overall out of Clemson, was in 2019. I would like to imagine if you're going to draft a defensive player in the first round that it has to be approved by Patrick Graham, your DC. Well, guess what it was? He also played with Raiders defensive line coach Rob Leonard in 2019 and in 2020, so his rookie and his sophomore season. He's also got former teammates with Adam Butler, who played with the Dolphins, and John Jenkins, two players that I said last year were some of the most underappreciated and underrated players on this Raiders team. Both hit free agency, both figured out a way to end up coming back. Why? Because the Raiders are building something special, and it always starts up front, and it's going to start up front with 94. The next reason, he's in the prime of his career. And I believe that he's in the prime of his career because he is only 29 years old. And I'm blown away at times when people are like, oh, he's old. What are we talking about? He's old. Guys, defensive tackle is a position that you've been able to see time and time again that players are able to play at a very high level at age 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, as long as you stay in decent shape. Wilkins has the mindset. Wilkins has already proven to me that he's like, if you're going to be one of those first guy in, you're going to be able to play for a long time. Think about Calais Campbell. He's 38 years old, still playing at a very high level. Aaron Donald, I think if he didn't win a Super Bowl and make just a $96 million guaranteed, he'd probably still be playing. Look at a guy like Chris Jones, still playing at a high level. Like, time and time again, Fletcher Cox, another guy, sure, he just retired, but he retired at 34. DT is a position that you can play for a long time. So at 29, 30, 31, 32 years old, 33, Wilkins to me is still going to be exactly what you're signing up for. And God forbid if he's not, he's got $0 million of guaranteed money on his contract that you're going to be able to get out of in 2026 and in 2027. Like, when you look at what he has done just the past 3 seasons, like, I know that sometimes he's not going to fill up a stat sheet, but guess what? In a year that he had 9.5 sacks, okay? 9.5 sacks, tied his career high. He had an overall PFF grade of 74.9. He was good against the run, good against the pass. But what drives me nuts, especially with the DT of the skill set of Wilkins, is he's not always going to fill up a stat sheet because he eats up a lot of double teams, but he just creates so much chaos and so many opportunities for other players where if you were to just look at the box score, if you were to just look at the numbers that he's putting up in 2022 and 2021, you're like, this guy's not even that good. I'm telling you, if you put on the tape and you just see what he does to an offensive line and how many other opportunities he creates for everybody else, you're like, holy shit, this guy's incredible. And the PFF grades show that 85 in 2022, 83 in 2021. Like, a defensive tackle, I don't need him to get 13 sacks. Because with Wilkins, he might not get 13 sacks, but he's going to create 20 sacks for the entire Raiders defense that we didn't have last season. And then the last one is this. Wilkins makes this defense elite. I am okay overspending. I am okay going out and spending a little bit more money than maybe I thought originally it would have cost if you can go from great to elite. And if people don't understand that this Raiders defense is truly elite, then you need to wake the hell up. With Antonio Pierce at head coach and Patrick Graham at defensive coordinator last season, in the 9 games they were together, the Raiders allowed 16 points per game. That's the best in the NFL. And I'm not saying it was the best in the NFL from that time frame. I'm saying if you look at every other defense in the NFL for the full season, that would have been the best in the league. Also on top of that, the Raiders spent the second least money on defense last season in free agency. So, Mitch, you're telling me Josh McDaniels was the head coach, and he put together a team where he invested all of his money on offense, said F the defense, and yet the defense still played at a really high level. Yeah, so if I'm the defensive coordinator, if I'm the offense this season, I'm going like this. I'm going, hey, go spend some money on defense. So the Raiders put up these numbers with the second lowest money spent on defense last season. So what do this year? They go out and they spend a lot of money on defense. Like, I don't understand how anybody possibly could think that the Christian Wilkins signing, that the Christian Wilkins contract is bad for the Raiders. The only way that you think that this is a bad contract for the Raiders is if you don't watch the Raiders. And maybe that's it. Maybe nobody from Bleacher Report watches the Raiders. And, like, that's part of it. But at the end of the day, I saw this. It pissed me off because you got to be an imbecile. And that's the nicest word I can use to think that Christian Wilkins was a bad signing by the Las Vegas Raiders. Because here's the thing, we ain't going to regret it.
Prime, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Optimus. Next time, use Optimus.
Yeah.
Next time.
Autobots.
I'm fired up. Fired up. All right, Chugs, before I pee my pants, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got to go take a little tinkle. I'll be right back.
Go to the little boys' room. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Get those score predictions in. Week 9 of the 2024 Raiders Madden season on tap. The Raiders currently sitting at 5-3. Can they bounce back after a tough loss to Kansas City last week in Allegiant Stadium? Going up against the Cincinnati Bengals in Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where our second office of Chat Sports is. Can the Raiders go into enemy territory against Joe Burr and get a win today? What's your score predictions? Let me know down in the comment section. I see 24-20, 31-24, 32-29. How are we feeling against the Bengals today? We feeling good? It's, once again, Aiden O'Connell is starting today. I said we'll give him 2 games, and then afterwards we'll be able to, vote and see who wants Aiden to continue to be the starter, or do we go back to Gardner Minshew? Yoda, wow. Yoda, I see you. I'm going to wait for Mitch, but I see you. I see you, Yoda. 24, and that's smart. That's a smart man right there, because if you super chat your score prediction, whatever it is, if it's correct, it's a beer bong. If it's $50 or more and you get a score prediction correct, that's a beer boot on the house. That's a seasoned vet right there by Yoda Jenkins. And Lord Cameron Abbott. 27-17 from L. It's always fun to stay at the LCA. It's always fun to stay at the LCA. Oh yeah, I was about to say, you're probably forgetting something. Which I don't know if we'll be allowed to take it back. Apparently they're going crazy over there. It's going to be, I hope this keeps up, because once the season rolls around, this is going to be a fun rivalry if they're able to keep this momentum, Mitch. Oh my, dude, week 6, electric factory. I see 35-17 from Can't Get Right. Mikey says 23-10. Adrian Delgado says 24-21. Salami says 31-28. Rebel Montana. That's a smart super chat, Rebel. That's a smart super chat. This guy knows ball. Should be a good game. I ran the sim for this game, and I told Mitch this might be one of the best games of the season. And I know I've said that multiple times. This is a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but toot. Sam, vibes check on France. How are we doing? What was the score? Oh, Mill. Oh, wow. Oh, that's embarrassing. That makes me want to stomp on a croissant right now. Yes? You do. Oh, yeah. The sad Frenchman, just at work all day. Sad, sad man. I told them while you were gone, Mitch.
Yeah.
That I told you this might be one of the best games of the year.
Yeah. That's what he said. I'm hoping it's a close one. And if you're saying it's one of the best of the year, then I'm definitely thinking that. I'm also seeing some other wild shit. Also, this one's rolling in from Lord Cameron Abbott. It's fun to stay at the LCA. Let's go, Cameron. The Lord Cameron Abbott, which means
spit on that.
Oh, I'm gonna spit on that thing. That means this. That means Cameron now is one behind Ed Robbins for our June Bang race for the entire month. It also means that LCA and Noah Santana are tied. And Noah, I'm just going to say this because it's a Bang race. Tie goes to the jersey, which I've said that before on this show. Tie goes to the jersey. So if you want to claim MVP of today's show and I wear your jersey next stream, you're going to have to bang.
Adrian.
Shout out to Lord Cameron Abbott. Here's the thing, though. That's a shirtless beer bong race. Are you ready?
Yes.
You want to go through all these, then do it?
Yes.
Okay. Adrian, what's up, brother?
If the Ravens can win a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer and a top 5 D, we can win with Minshew Magic and a top 10 D. Raiders! I think in today's day and age, I think you still need to have a top 5 D. I don't think if the Raiders defense is 9 or 10 and you have Minshew, unless he goes off. I think you still need to have that top 5 D.
Again, you're talking about football 20-plus years ago where quarterback has always been important. But quarterback then compared to quarterback now, it's a lot more important now. The rules have also, drastically changed where they protect QBs a lot more. My point is, you've kind of seen the recipe of what it looks like with the 49ers when you have an unbelievable team but your quarterback is lacking. I want to say that you're right, but I do think you're talking about if Trent Dilfer can win, I think Aiden O'Connell is a Trent Dilfer level of quarterback. I think Gardner Minshew is slightly better than a Trent Dilfer level of quarterback at that time. But the Raiders, if they want to win a Super Bowl this season, I actually think that they need to be not top 10, not even top 5. You're going to have top. I think you have to have top defense in the NFL if you want to win a Super Bowl. And that's just because of the quarterback play that the Raiders are going to have to deal with this upcoming season. I hope I'm wrong in saying that. I really, really hope I'm wrong in saying that. But only time's going to tell. Yoda Jenkins!
Bang! 24-23 Raiders. Very smart. Very smart, Yoda. If Trevon Merrick were to fight MMA, what would be his signature move? Safety pin?
There's a lot of levels to this one. There's a dad joke in there, which credit to Yoda.
There's a score prediction.
There's a score prediction, which, here's the thing. If it's 24-23,
that's a boot.
I think we both have to do a boot. No?
I think it's just you.
I think it's just me. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yoda Jenkins! Bang! What did the cat say about the dad joke? You've got to be kidding me.
Dude. All right. Yoda, I'll make you a deal. If you bang one more time, it's a gong, and we're going to do a shirtless race. That's 2. That's 2. That's 2 shirtless beer bong races from Chugs and I. Also, there's a... Oh, dude, I love this.
Lord Cameron Abbott, 27-17 Raiders win. Let's party. And then you actually have 2 shot clocks.
All right. So I'm going to give a shout out. Yoda Jenkins! Yoda Jenkins! Let's go, Yoda! Unbelievable. Yoda. Oh shit. All right, hang on. Let me get the numbers. Also, because Yoda just hit the gong there, Cameron hit the gong there, I'm officially allowed to show you guys. Tomorrow, Graphic Raider and I, live on his show.
Wow.
Live with Graphic Raider, and he wants to do happy hour. You're excused? You're excused. Imagine.
That wild, huh? What are y'all at? Holy crap!
Yeah, dude, they got 2 guys over there. It's like Zon and Ron. It's wild.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. The Raiders Report for probably almost 2 straight years has been the top channel every month here at Chat Sports. This is going to be the first month that we're not the top channel. Our Steelers show, they're gonna claim the title this month. It's been unbelievable over there. It's insane, dude.
And we thought about do we do a catch up? Do we do anything? And we felt bad in one of the dog days, slow months of the year. There's nothing going on to give you this big of an ask. That's how crazy they've been over there. We were
seriously. Like when I tell y'all we're I don't even know, dude.
We're so far behind them.
We're probably about 50 bangs from even making it a battle.
Yes.
Seriously. They got a few people over there. Man, I think they got one guy. He's probably put in 5, 6, 7K this month alone. Been kind of wild, man. Yoda. Freaking Yoda. So now we got technically a 3-way tie between Yoda, Noah, Lord Cameron Abbott. But like I said before, tie goes to Lord Cameron Abbott because I'm rocking the jersey. Oh, man. Why couldn't the Bronco fans speak after the loss to the Raiders? His voice was hoarse. Yoda, cheers, man. That one's a good one. What is it going to sound like after 10 straight losses? That's the real question.
Oh, wow. Like a pony. Rebel, sorry, we skipped this one because Yoda's an absolute madman. 21-14, that's a shot for shot clock. Mitch, area code 615, double shot if missed.
615 from Rebel, Montana. I know he's not in Montana. I'm just going to go with California. Tennessee. I actually knew that. We actually don't have anything shots-wise. I only have tequila out there, and I'm not doing tequila.
Noah Santana said rules are rules. 27-24. Brian Darr, hey guys, 24-21, Raiders in overtime, and I'm in F. Sam.
Sam just went, yep, I'm back here. F. Sam, 24-21. Dude, if it's a Raiders overtime win, 24-21, that would be pretty electric. That would be...
Then you owe 2 boots.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're tripping.
Tay, Jacoby, and Trey will have 1,000+ yards, Raiders. No, I guess would be my response to this. I think the only player...
No?
The only player on the Raiders this season that's going to have over 1,000 receiving yards is going to be Devontae Adams, right? Jacoby, I'll say, is probably going to be around that 800-yard mark. Trey Tucker, if Tucker gets 500 receiving yards this season, I would actually say that that's a pretty good year for him. And I only say that just because based on the targets, right? You have a quarterback like Aiden or Gardner Minshew. That's a QB that you're hoping throws for 4,000 yards. So you're hoping for 4,000. If those 3 guys are getting that many yards, then what happens to all the other players on our team? Michael Mayer. Brock Bowers is the big one. To me, I think Bowers is going to battle with Jacoby for the second most receiving yards on our team this season. If I think Trey White's probably going to be 4th, maybe 5th most receiving yards this season for the Silver and Black. Let's go to Arctic. I think this defense is a potential all-time defense if we can stay healthy. How many just win babies? All-time defense, I'm going to say no to the all-time defense numbers.
I'll give it a 1.
They're going to be an amazing defense, guys. But the all-time defenses, I don't think it'll ever be topped. You're not going to put up numbers the way that numbers were put up 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
By the 2000 Ravens.
The 1985 Bears, right? Those defenses go down in the history books just because you were allowed to play defense then. Obviously, you could still play defense now, but, you can't hit guys the way that you were used to be able to hit guys. So, I do think the Raiders are going to have a legit defense. I think that they're going to have the best defense in the NFL this upcoming season. However, though, yeah, health is extremely, extremely important. The all-time I shake my head at just because you can't play defense the way that you used to. Therefore, the numbers aren't going to be there. Yeah, the numbers, they're just not going to be there. Let's go to my man, and it's so good to see Cass Joey. It's been a little bit of time, man. I'm not going to lie, I was stalking you a little bit on Father's Day. Awesome dad right here, longtime supporter of the show. One of the guys that I follow on IG, he always posts really cool stuff with him and his son. Really cool stuff to see there. We have to have a top 5 defense in order for us to go to the playoffs. Unless one of these quarterbacks step up in this scheme, I anticipate a low-scoring offense. Not too worried about quarterbacks around the league other than Patrick Mahomes.
Not many other Tier 1 guys.
I do think that there's Tier 1. No, I think right now Patrick Mahomes is in his own tier. I think Mahomes is in his own tier, and then there's like this other tier of like really good QBs.
Who are the next 3 or 4 guys for you?
I would say Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Those would be that tier of proven guys. I know you're looking at me like that, and I'm not going to put CJ in that tier yet.
I didn't say anything.
I'll say this, though. If you were to tell me if I could build my NFL team around any quarterback right now in the NFL, not named Patrick Mahomes, I will take CJ Stroud over Lamar Jackson. I would take CJ Stroud over Joe Burrow. I would take CJ Stroud over Josh Allen. Like, I am a very big Stroud guy, but he's not. If I got to play this year and this year alone, I'm not ready to put Stroud in those guys, where those guys are at yet. I'm not ready to do it. I might be wrong. Rebel
is the biggest, like, instigator.
No, he's not. He's up there.
Rebel's the biggest instigator, and then during the Super Bowl, he's got a hawk Tua.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen from time to time. If we do a shirtless bong race, do we have to hawk Tua?
Of course.
All right, hey.
Jersey boy.
What's the odds of a tie in Madden? Also, F Bleacher Report. Well, we actually already had a tie once this year at Chat Sports, so I'm actually not the only person at Chat Sports that is that's doing Madden Sims, in case you guys don't know. I think there's multiple teams that have had ties. Yeah, I know our Saints channel had a tie, and then who was the other one that had a tie? Browns today had a tie. So, yeah, there's 2 ties already. I got to catch up. Hang on a second here. Do you have a headset?
Yeah, Stroud over Burrow for sure. Stroud over Burrow. All right. Hawk Tua. Yep. There we go. Dude, so during your Christian Wilkins segment, I was dying laughing because there were some people arguing in the chat. And T Nipple the whole time was like, guys, settle this like men, get oiled up and twerk off. He just kept on saying that. He was like, guys, grease up right now and fight like men. Cheers. Hot Tua. Oh God.
There was a lot of nipples on screen. I'm sorry for everyone that had to watch that. You can go blame Yoda Jenkins, and you can go blame Lord Cameron Abbott, which, by the way, we got a 3-way tie right now. Got a 3-way tie between Yoda. Oh, dude, there's a burp coming. Oh. We got a 3-way tie between Noah Santana, Yoda Jenkins, and then Lord Cameron Abbott. But tie does go to Lord Cameron Abbott.
And see, that's just the kind of content you get here on the Raiders Report. We're the only channel that's doing that. There's a lot of places that are doing great Raiders content. Graph and Wasted do great Raiders content, but they could never do a shirtless bong race because they would have to wait for Wasted's nurse to take his shirt off. So there's no way that they could do that. They give you great Raiders content, but hey, we're the only ones bringing you the stuff you want, like shirtless beer bong races.
I mean, come on. The real stuff that you're looking for. The real stuff that you're looking for. Oh, shit.
Outcast Joey!
What's up, Cass? Hey, man. I
Thank you for the compliment, Mitch and Dales.
Mitch and Dales. That's hilarious. No, but I'm serious, Cass. Like, there are a select few people that I have never met, that I've never met in person, that I do follow on Instagram or social media, and I kind of made that rule just because there was one time I did a follow back and they were posting radical stuff, and people were like, "Why the hell are you following this guy?" Long story short, I followed you because you did a lot of amazing things for the show, and then we just talked a little bit here and there, and to me, like, my dad's my best friend. I can tell you have an amazing relationship with your son, and it's just one of those cool things where it's why I tell people to follow me on IG. That way, I can kind of keep tabs on people, and I can see what you're doing, and then you're a really good dad, like, straight up, man.
He says, can't put CJ there yet.
I agree.
Okay. It's been 1 year. Jackson is there, but
Chuck's like, I don't like this one anymore.
Jackson is there, but I can't think of any other quarterbacks that are in that elite class. Anywho, we have a talented overall team. I just want to be the team to dethrone the Queefs.
I think every team does, dude. I think every single team out there wants to be the team. Straight up.
Would you rather beat the Chiefs in the wild card round and then lose in the divisional?
Okay.
Or would you rather make it to the AFC Championship game and then lose to the Chiefs in that?
That's a really good question. All right, I'm going to ask you guys this. Would you rather make it to the AFC Championship game and lose to the Chiefs, which means they go to the Super Bowl again for a chance to win 3, or we beat the Chiefs in the wild card round
and you lose the next week?
Holy shit.
They're all saying the wild card.
I'm not going to lie. I think I'd pick the wild card. Dude, that's a really tough one, man. Because, like, obviously, you'd like to win the wild card.
I mean, in either scenario, you're not going to the Super Bowl.
I know, and that's kind of why I'm saying wild card. I would sign up right now if you told me we would win. If you told me right now we'd win one playoff game and the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl, I'd sign up for that right now. I mean, I would sign up for that immediately. Because if the Chiefs win 3 straight and they're the first team ever to do it,
yeah. But the other side of the coin is, even though you lose to the Chiefs, your team made it to the AFC Championship game.
I get it, but
you're like, but that would just sting too much.
But then you're picking what, 28-29. You didn't win a Super Bowl. The Chiefs might have won theirs. 3rd. I think I've taken the wild card, dude. You get a better draft pick. If you don't win a Super Bowl, I want the better draft
Rock
pick.
and Jock.
Oh, dude, I got to burp.
Manscaped needs to sponsor to shave Chug's chest. I don't like the feeling of just nothing there.
You know what I like? Oh! Raider! Bye!
Beat the Chiefs, FKC all day, every day, and 2,000 times on Sunday.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So, you know what also is a lot? I'm out of beers, okay? I'm out of beers right now. These are all empty. I do have a boot filled up, though, so here's my pledge to the nation. OC, I don't have a beer bong to do for you now, but if we get 2 more bangs, I'll do a boot. And then I'm gonna coast through this Bengals game. I'm gonna coast a little bit through that Bengals game. Beat OC, Raider. What's up, my man? OC, 2nd bang this month. If my math is correctly mathed in here. I also got to get my guy.
Well, there we go.
Cass Joey. What? I'm not on the screen, so I don't know. Wow. I have to go get it. I don't have it. I got to go get it. I got to go steal it.
I'll go get it real quick.
You're going to go get it real quick? Let's see. I can't. All right. Cast. Unbelievable. So, since our Steelers show is going back and forth with us. All right. As soon as you get back, though, I'm going to have to pee. All right, Cass. I got it. We're gonna go grab the gong. This one right here. Cast Joey. I don't know how Chugs does it. I'm not even kidding you. Oh, Yoda, we're going to get 2 gongs. Don't worry. We're going to have to get another gong. Oh, God. I'm not going to lie. You know what? I saw shot clock in there from Jansen. Chug shot clock going down right now. Yeah, I got to pee, though. Oh, God. After this, I got to go pee. This one's rolling in from Cast Joey. Unplug your ears, Sam. Cast Joey. Let's go. Oh, man.
You crazy, crazy SOB.
Yeah, you're crazy, man. I like you, but you're crazy, man. Also, I've been trying to Cast Joey's car collection. Pretty dope. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah?
Not going to lie.
We're about to get into this Madden stream here as soon as Mitch gets back, but I need to ask you guys this question. The most important player for the Raiders to beat Cincy today is? Go finish that sentence for me. The most important player for the Raiders to beat the Cincinnati Bengals is? Who do we think it is? Is it Aiden O'Connell, who's making his second start in this Madden season? Is it somebody like a Zamir White? Is it Maxx Crosby, who we talked about earlier? I see the 98s rolling in the chat right now. Finish the sentence for me. The most important player for the Raiders to beat Cincy is? I'm seeing a ton of Maxx Crosbys. I'm seeing one Zamir White. I saw an AOC who's, like I said, making his second career Madden start this season against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, Paycor Stadium. LCA, you're wild, man. I like you, man, but you're wild. You're absolutely wild. Oh, this should be an exciting game. I don't want to give up too much because I've watched most of the game. Dawson Drake says Jack Jones pick 6. That'd be electric. That'd be absolutely electric. And I have another question I want to ask you really quick before we start this Madden stream. Who has better weapons? Is it the Raiders or the Bengals? The Bengals, they lost Tyler Boyd, one of their top 3 receivers. They also lost Joe Mixon this offseason. They still have Jamar Chase. They still have T. Higgins, obviously. The Raiders have Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. Who do we think has the better weapons on offense? Is it the Raiders or is it, wow. Is it the Raiders or is it the Bengals? Let me know down in the comment section. Oh, wait. You might want to go get a couple more beers before we start. I think this is a pretty interesting question. I think it's almost I'm not going to say even, but it's very close. Better weapons, Raiders or Bengals on offense? It's a tough question. It's really, do you think T. Higgins is that much better than Jacoby Myers? Which Mitch, very high on Jacoby Myers. He's a big Jacoby Myers guy. Huge. Allie Barefoot leaving the office today. Came in early for this celebration, the parade for the Celtics, wearing her championship T-shirt. You want to come show off your championship T-shirt? There's a couple. I think Ed's watching. A couple other people.
Oh, and I
Avocado. No, yeah. Are you about to parade around the streets of Dallas? Is that what's going to happen? Just to chat. She's going to do a solo parade. She's going to pass out beads to pass out I don't know. You want to? Yep. Okay. But I want to see a TikTok. I want to see a TikTok from Allie Barefoot where you're at a bar drunk and you just go up to a random girl and hand her a piece of salami and just be like, "Here you go." You watch The Bachelor? I don't. The last salami goes to Ryan.
They did a competition this past year on The Bachelor. The girls did try to catch salami. Yeah. Real story. It's really happened. Oh, man.
Something that really happened.
It's, they were like, let's just
Have a
get...
good weekend, Allie. If you feel like baking anything, I'll send you some more stuff.
They were like, let's just get a bunch of girls and let's get a merry-go-round and let's try to have them try to catch salamis in their mouth.
Yoda Jenkins! Bang! What do you call a fly without wings? A walk.
That one's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
I don't care who you are out there. That's funny right there. You do a one Hawk Tua boot.
Oh, Christ. I do.
Or Hawk Tua bong.
And
then also...
Hang on. That makes Yoda, though. That makes Yoda the MVP today.
Does it, though?
Hang on. Hang on. All right, we got a tie for MVP.
LCA Bang!
It's fun to stay at the LCA. It's fun to stay at the LCA. Lord Cameron Abbott. Tie goes to the jersey.
And one more Hawk Tua bong. Actually, if you want to hand me
I'll
one,
say you got one in you.
I'll do one with you. Did you already do the one for? Yeah, we can do.
I did.
We can do them simultaneously.
Are you okay? We only have grape.
That's actually my favorite flavor.
Oh, is it really?
Of Happy
I would
Dads?
say
Yes.
out of all the Happy Dad flavors, where would you rank? But what about banana? I think because
I
I
haven't had it. I haven't had it.
Yes, you did.
No, whenever
What do you mean you didn't have it?
we
You
did-
had that drink.
No, Rebel tried to bring it, but they.
All right, a barcode, dude. At the,
Oh yeah, I have had it.
I know you were cooked, but you had it.
I did have it.
that
It
was
good.
after. I think that was after like 2 boots.
That
though.
was Super Bowl week.
Yes.
Yes,
no, it
yes,
wasn't.
yes.
No,
I
it
did
wasn't.
have
No,
it. It was good.
Was it Super Bowl week? No, it wasn't.
Yes, because it was when
Oh, my dad.
your dad came into town. It was the night
Yep.
before.
Yeah, we went to barcode.
Chase extended his stay, and we went to this bomb ramen spot that Keith Lee had just done a video over. Probably one of the best ramen spots I've ever been to. Chase, it was fantastic.
But you also had.
Because remember, you were like, I don't think my dad likes ramen.
Well, yeah. Oh, all right. How many people out there? Let me know. Have a dad that's like, you're like, Dad, you would like ramen. He's just like, I don't think I would like it. It's like when I'm like, you would like sushi. You like shrimp, rice, avocado. Put it together, sushi.
You were
He's
like,
I won't like it.
I was
Right.
craving some Asian food, and me and Chase went out. We tried that ramen spot. It was bomb. And Mitch was like, I think it's just more safe to go to Barcode. I know it's going to be bomb burgers. My dad likes burgers. He's not a big.
I mean,
you didn't Hawk Tua. Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua. I had a few drips left.
Oh.
I mean, like, I like burgers more than I like ramen, okay? I'll admit that. And a lot of times I don't go out and look for ramen in Vegas because it's so hot. Like, it's not something that I want to eat when it's hot. But you were really hyping this place up, and I just know my dad. Like, would you pick ramen or burgers? Like, there's definitely situations where I'd rather have ramen, but if I had to pick one thing that I have to eat for the rest of my life, burger or ramen, I'll probably take burger. What's up, Chance?
You are merely adapted to the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but blinding.
Maxx Crosby when he sacks Mahomes to win the AFC Championship.
This is the hardest I've ever seen Jack in my life. He does do it. I'll say this, though. I think Max this season, what he's going to do this season, I think it's really, truly going to blow people's minds. He finally has talent around him, which he hasn't had talent around him. Like, let's be honest,
Terrence,
on the defensive
you thought
line.
that was a bad impression? I thought that was kind of a good Bane.
He has not had a good defensive line around him since he's been in the NFL. And now he finally does. Like, he's done everything he's done with arguably the worst surrounding cast that any other defensive end has had around him. Is that an unfair statement to make? Is that like if Maxx Crosby is, let's say, an average defensive end, the Raiders' defensive line's the worst in the NFL. They had 13 sacks a year ago, like a few seasons ago. Not a year ago. A few seasons ago. Imagine an entire team having 13 sacks. Not one player, an entire team. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get right into this Madden sim because if not, you're not going to get out of here until like 6:45.
Yeah, I'm late. Yeah, we got to get into this. Jamari Murray, let me just get this name in here or else I am 100% going to forget it. Murray is in, and then I want to say Abbott. So right now, $20 Venmo, you'd win $80. We're going to do this at the very, very end of today's show. And we also have a raffle, $5 Super Chat or Venmo to me, Mitchell Renz 365. Obviously, Super Chat. You're going to be in for a signed Raiders helmet from Jeremy and I. Cool? 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz, your host of the Raiders Report, Week 9 in our Madden Sim world. The Silver and Black are 5-3. The Cincinnati Bengals are 6-2 on the season. This one's on the road in Cincinnati. And genuinely, I want to know from everybody out there who you got. If you're going to go with the Silver and Black type LV, if you're going to go with the Bengals type CIN. And I have a good anticipation that we're going to get a lot of Bengals fans here. If you're wondering why, if anybody plans on going to this game, right? We're filming this video live in June. Aiden O'Connell, Joe Burrow, baby. But if anybody actually plans on going to this game, Chat Sports just opened up a Cincinnati office that Jeremy and I have never been to. And hey, maybe we might be able to go. So if you could, shout out your area code down below for me. And if there is anybody out there in the Cincinnati area, there's a shot that Chugs and I might be at this game, at least just for a tailgate. Not the game, we'll be here for a watch party, but at least just, hey, maybe for the tailgate. Where are you watching from? Shout out your area code right now. Big-time football game. Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals. This is also a very important game, like when the season is actually going on, because the Raiders have a Week 10 bye. They have a Week 10 bye and the new NFL trade deadline rules. This is a really big game, actually.
Second start for Aiden O'Connell.
Yep. Second start for Aiden. If you haven't already, make sure you click that like button, because if you're watching this live, we're a few likes away from me eating the next jelly bean, which could be dangerous. Alexander Madison ready to get this one with Dylan Laube back there. Raiders are going to be receiving the kick for the 7th time this season. The first time was last week against the Chiefs. So here we go. This is a big one. If the Raiders win, you go to 6-3, you're going into your bye. Feeling good. Getting ready to play Miami in Week 11. You lose, you're like, wow, we just lost 2 straight games and had a really close one against the Rams. 5-4, 6-3, very different. And here we go. Can we get in Week 11 Daniel Carlson kicking off? Okay. I keep forgetting to tell you before you run them. So that's on me. It's on you. If we can, Daniel Carlson. Kick it. Wow, we're going to take it out of this one from the G. That was a bad choice, taken down at the 18-yard line. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Mitchell Renz looks like a Patriots fan. Is that because I'm white? I don't know. Is that why? Also, who's Renz? I will never understand why people just add a T to my last name. It's literally on screen. Handoff, left side, Bengals. Nice tackle there from behind from Robert Spillane, Zach Moss. He's going to pick up 8. Moss has kind of had himself a little bit of an interesting career. Bounced around from the Colts. Was also on the Buffalo Bills there for a short amount of time.
We asked this earlier on the live show. I never got a clear answer from you. Better weapons, Bengals or the Raiders?
Who's the tight end this season for the Bengals? Mike Gesicki?
Yes.
I'll say this.
Oh, what a tackle by Kuntz.
What a freaking play by Malcolm Kuntz. It's
third down.
3rd down and 3. I'll give my answer after this play, unless there's going to be a large commercial break. I'll say this. I'll probably lean on the Bengals side because I do think that their receivers are better than the Raiders from top to bottom. But I heard you talking about Jacoby. T. Higgins, to me, is better than Jacoby Myers. 1st down, Cincinnati. They're going to get out to the 35. Tackle made there by the rookie Trey Taylor. To me, the actual true wild card in that answer is Brock Bowers. If Bowers does come out year 1 and he proves to be like the tight end that we all hope that he can be, I might actually switch my answer to the Raiders because Gesicki was really good, but the tight end room for Cincinnati, not nearly as strong. 1st down and 10 here for the Bengals. Ball at the 35. Handoff, Moss, middle, and he's going to be taken down, tackled by, it looks like Divine Diablo.
Running the rock.
It's going to be a gain of 8.
Running the rock.
It's not what I suspected. It's definitely not what I suspected early on. $20 Venmo to get in our 50-50 raffle right now. You would go home with $80 here on the show. Burrow under center, 2nd down and 2. It's going to be a fake handoff to Moss. Raiders going to get some pressure. Throws down the field, and it's incomplete. Oh, boy. Wilkins injured on the play. Really hope he's okay. It looked like he was holding his stomach. He's still on the sideline. They didn't take him to the locker room, so that's at least a good thing. 3rd down and 2. I mean, the Raiders here, I hate this defense. That's the softest defense I've ever seen. Oh, my God, did they get it? Oh, they did. They gained 3 yards. I mean, what a play by Crosby here. He literally beats 2 defenders. Or was that Spillane? I mean, for them to get off, it was 3 against 5. They ran it inside. Crosby lined up at defensive tackle. Wild. Burrow, shotgun, 1 to the left. They got 4 standing, but a bunch formation. Kind of an interesting formation. And it's a throw to Gesicki, and he's going to be chopped down pretty quickly. Gain of 3.
Almost a sack there by Merritt.
I'll tell you what, the Raiders are getting some pretty good pressure early on up against this Bengals offensive line. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Come on. 2nd down and 7. Drops back, looking, scrambles, throws. Wow, Orlando Brown now with an injury. So did you notice the last 2 games we did, all the injuries happened like in the first 2 minutes of the game, and then it was just nothing. I do got to mention, these are the Madden rosters from last season. We just updated them. So, like, if you see Antonio Pierce, it's not going to look like him. We also don't have the new kickoff return rules yet. Both teams obviously have 3 timeouts. 8-minute quarters is how we do our Madden Sims. 3rd and 7. Burrow drops back, looks, throws, middle, caught.
Oh.
Christ.
What
T.
a catch
Higgins.
by T. Higgins.
I think Marcus Epps is there on the coverage. He's upset.
He couldn't have done
I think
anything
he said
else.
he's pushed off. I mean, that's on Epps. Epps had the right positioning. He just didn't jump the route. He got soft. He did. You got at that point, you see that route, you got to jump in front of it. That should have been a pick. That's on Epps. 1st down and 10. 2 to the right. Gesicki with his hand in the dirt. Running back on Burrow's left hip. Burrow drops back, looks, throws. Caught right away, tackled by Nate Hobbs, and it's Higgins again. 55 yards of total offense here. Higgins 2 for 14 on the day. Raiders got to figure out a way to get a stop here. Got to figure out a way to get a stop here. What's up, Venthrak? I'm nervous. Raiders are winless when kicking off to start the game. That's not true. What? This season? How? But that doesn't even make sense. We have 5 wins this season. Oh, I get you. But he's saying I'm nervous. Raiders are winless when kicking off to start the game. How is that possible?
Because last week was the first time they kicked off to start the game.
Who?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
The whole year, the whole joke has been they received it
Oh, you're
every
right.
single time.
No, you're right. You're right.
We are in the Fanatics Red Zone. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders sale to check out all the sale items for the Las Vegas Raiders. A lot of
I'm not
really
going to
good
lie.
deals.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get it. Burrow scrambles. Burrow goes up, and he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. I'll tell you this. If Joe Burrow does that one time his entire career, I would be astonished. There's never going to be a time. Burrow jumped from the 2.5-yard line, Superman's over 2 linebackers into the end zone. Come on, man. No way Burrow's doing that. Kick is up. Kick's good. Ah. Damn. For real, though. Anthony Green, you, sir, are in. I'm just going to put AG. You in. Anthony Green. You in. $20 Venmo. Right now you'd win $90. What?
Sam just messaged me. Madden hates the Raiders.
Hey. Also, Raider Nation, not a big fan of Sam. Not a big fan. Oh, get those F Sams in the chat.
I would say they even have a song for him.
We do. I'll tell you this. Whoever started that song, really good with lyrics. It's not, maybe not, lyrics isn't the right word.
There's 2.
Exactly.
F and Sam.
But.
What a wordsmith.
But it's catchy. You know it's catchy.
I consider myself somewhat of a poet. The 3rd and 4th F Sam are meant to rhyme with each other.
Aiden O'Connell, shotgun, handoff. Dylan Laube gets the start today. We're going to make a guy miss, make another guy miss. 2nd and chugs after a very impressive run there by the rookie, Dylan Laube.
Making me say, wowby.
That's dumb. 2nd and chugs. Are you going back to the run here?
Oh, yeah.
Give
it to Zamir.
Zamir White in the game. Aiden under center. It's going to be a handoff middle. Zamir, big hole in front of him, plowing forward.
Oh, wow.
First down, Raiders.
Call him Fleetwood Mac because he's got wide open spaces.
Wow. First down and 10. I didn't know where you were going with that. I'll tell you this right now. Did anybody see that picture of, if you go rewind, for those of you not watching live, Joe Burrow's hair is gray. In that, he looks 100 years old.
He's so worried about injury.
He looks like he's Bill Belichick. He looked old. 2nd down and 11. But hey, even Bill Belichick can date a 24-year-old. So what am I to say? Ball at the 43. Raiders have 3 timeouts. Bengals 3 timeouts.
Good on him breaking social norms.
I also say, we've seen before millionaires date younger people. Throw left side, first down! Aiden finds 17, and that was a much-needed first down for the Raiders.
Nice back shoulder.
Oh, I think he's out of bounds. Hurry up. We got to hurry up here. Gotta hurry up here.
I think
he's out of bounds. What are they doing?
They challenged
Aiden can't get the play in. Get the play in. And they're going to challenge it. Christ. If you see, it's not even close. Get up to the line of scrimmage and call hike. Aiden's trying to get the play in. He can't hear. What are we doing? Antonio's got to see that ASAP, and you just get to the line of scrimmage. You'd be better off spiking it. Now it's 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11, Aiden shotgun. You got Devontae by himself on the left. Bengals, they're going to set up a screen. The Laube, come on, Laube.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, that's a generous spot. They're saying it's 4th down and 2. I would have said it was 4th down and 4. What in the Amir Abdullah, Josh McDaniels offense is that?
Do Do you go for it?
They have their offense on the field, and then at the last minute, they're going to bring out A.J. Cole for a punt. It's a hell of a punt here.
Down at the 2.
What a hell of a punt there by A.J. Cole.
Hey, that's why he's the best in the biz.
He's the best punter in the NFL. A UDFA punter, best in the biz.
It's because Marquette King's not in the NFL.
Some might say. Burrow under center throws, slant.
Was that
T. Higgins.
no? Was that Divine?
I didn't see.
Yeah, it was okay. For a second, I thought that was Tyree Wilson. I was like,
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Tyree Wilson in at linebacker. I'll tell you this, that'd be scary. If you put Tyree Wilson out at free safety, strong safety, wild. Second down to 2, fake handoff to Zach Moss. Burrow looks. I mean, what are we doing?
T. Higgins has been cooking.
Burrow today 6 of 8 for 68, and I think all of them are to T. Higgins. That's going to do it for the first quarter. That might be the worst first quarter of action I've seen by this Raiders team all season long. You give up a methodical drive for Cincinnati. Your offense stalls in their territory, and now they got to pick up a first down. Burrow, fake handoff. He's looking. Somebody, they're holding Max down the field. Dropped.
By T. Higgins.
Higgins dropped it. I mean, that should have been a 50-yard pickup. He's looking for a flag. He's not going to get one.
I mean, he just dropped it.
I agree. That's one of those, I dropped such a bad pass that something had to happen to me.
It's like when you have a bad play.
It was embarrassing.
It's like when you have a bad play and you come up injured.
Yeah. I mean, come on. We all did that once when we were kids. Second down to 10. Burrow throws short, caught.
Someone not named T. Higgins.
Is that Samaje Perine?
Zach Moss.
No, Zach Moss.
Again.
Gain of 6. Third down and 4. This is huge. Come on.
Third down.
Third and 4. Burrow shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Got a running back on his left hip. Burrow drops back. Raiders throw left side.
Jamar Chase.
First down. This time it's Jamar Chase. First catch of the game for 11. I mean, we can't get any pressure on Joe Burrow. He's getting held. I mean, that's a needle.
For a second, I thought Trevon Merrick was going to be able to intercept it.
That's just a great throw by Burrow. What are you going to do? Burrow under center. What? The guy's already blocking. Handoff.
Maxx
Crosby cleans it up. They tried to run this trick play here. It almost looked like it was a weird formation, not a trick play. Weird formation. Handoff, middle, Moss. He's only going to get 3. Loses 3 yards, excuse me. Ball at the 36. 7-0 is the score. Burrow drops back. Tyree Wilson here at defensive tackle. Throws wide open. Who the hell is that? I actually don't even know who that is.
I think that's their draft pick from this year.
Jones? Is that the knockoff version of Chad Jones? I don't know.
That would be
I
Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones.
Draft pick out of Purdue.
Where?
Purdue.
You can do better. First down at 10. Ball at the 11. From where?
Oh, you're talking about from earlier.
Sorry. Ball at the 11 after Burrow picks up a huge 40-yard pickup here. And they go to...
Their running back, Chase Brown. What is this?
I mean, what is this game? Are we about to get blown out by Cincinnati?
Purdue. Boilermaker.
Oh, wait. The Raiders challenge this play. And this is the first challenge of the season by AP. Is it a catch? Y for yes and for no. I think it's a catch.
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think it was.
Foot on the line.
I think that left toe's out.
Foot on the line.
Back him up. I don't think it's the catch. Rolling on the field
stands. Boo.
There's no way they kept that.
F the refs. F the refs.
There's no way. Dude, is that worse than the whistle call? Honest question.
Type BS.
Is that worse then the whistle call. I mean, there's no way that's a catch.
Oh, how
Did he
was that
pick
not
it?
picked?
He dropped the pick. He picked it, dropped it, landed in the hands of the receivers, then it was dropped again. How does that happen? This last 60 seconds of Madden football is the worst Madden football I've ever seen. Burrow, shotgun. Fake handoff, throw, right side. It's Gesicki. And he's going to get up. It's going to be about 3rd down and 3 coming up here. Second catch of the game for the former Dolphin tight end.
Ball right through Diablo's hand. I mean,
He actually caught it. I think Madden had him catch it, and then he dropped it.
if you're
It changed possession.
if you're in your
dude.
own red zone and you have a chance at a pick, you
gotta
gotta
make
get
that
it.
play. Burrow, 3rd down and 3. He's going to drop back, looks, quick throw.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bengals. This one might get ugly, guys. Jamar Chase, touchdown. Back of the end zone. I mean, if they're going to be allowed to only get 1 foot in the back of the, like in the end zone, I think he drags his foot. I mean, if all you have to do is get 1 foot in the NFL, yeah, you're going to have a lot more success. I mean, that one's unbelievable.
Maybe I was thinking of
11 plays, 97 yards. This might get ugly. I don't know. I don't know if I would. 14-0 Bengals up. Christ. Devin Smith, for those of y'all who don't play Madden, the Bengals are nice in this game. Of course they are. They have a good offense. Kick, Laube, 1 yard deep. Laube still on his feet, though. Gets out to the 25-yard line, and here we go.
Now, Aiden in his second start of the year, this is a big drive for him.
This is make or break. Let's be real. Aiden was bad in this first game. They lose. Now you're down 14-0. Handoff, Zamir White bounces it out to the right side, gains 1. 2nd down and 9. Gardner Minshew was 5-2 as a starter, and y'all wanted to bench him. So we put him on the bench against the Chiefs. Lost. Now we're down 14-0 to the Bengals. If this is real life, I'm screaming from the rooftops, Gardner Minshew. 2nd and 9. Aiden, shotgun, 2 to the left. Aiden, handoff, no. Fakes it, throws, right side, caught. It's going to be a gain of 7.
Michael Mayer.
I kind of wish Mayer would have been able to. I kind of think it's a bad spot, quite frankly. 3rd down and 2. Do you run or do you pass here? R for run, P for pass. Holy shit.
Of course it's Rashid.
Oh, I knew it was him. Handoff middle, Zamir.
Sorry.
1st down Raiders.
One of our coworkers is doing a Madden stream next door, and he's going nuts.
Insane. I mean, as soon as I heard the tone of the pitch of the voice, I was like, there's only one person who's scoring a touchdown.
We need to get this man a Rashid jersey.
Bro, when he actually scores a touchdown this season, it's going to go viral. Ball at the 50.
Trace might pass out if he actually scores in real life.
Holy shit.
The need for speed.
1st down and 10. Power I. Horrible blocking by the Raiders. Going to lose 2.
Chip, let me know how red his
Is that
face
Zach
is.
Wilson?
Yes. Or no, that's
Peyton Wilson.
no. Still no. That's Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson. Holy shit, Mitch. Get it together. 2nd down and 12. Trace is about as red as your shirt. 2nd and 12. Fake handoff to Zamir. Aiden looks. Throws it down the field. Caught! Jacoby!
Woo!
I mean, Jacoby just said, you're too small. 1st down and 10, down at the 13. I mean, this is not really a good throw by Aiden. I mean, he trusted his guy. It's not a bad throw, but it's not a good one. Jacoby's just a bigger guy, goes up, gets the football. Rebound, Jacoby. 1st down and 10, coming up here. Ball at the 13. Get those 16s in the chat. King Shab, I see you. First and 10, power eye, pitch, right side.
Oh.
Thayer Munford just gets absolutely torched. That's embarrassing, really. Really embarrassing. Anybody that watches this show, if you ever need Raiders gear on sale, always remember, this link that you see down below, chatsports.com/Raiders sale, is always going to work. That link's going to be available to you in the comments, description of today's show. Get some Raiders gear on sale. What a just horrific fake that was by, what on earth was that by Aiden O'Connell? That was the worst fake I've ever seen. I hope they show it again. 2-minute warning. Throw to Harrison Bryant, caught. What are we looking at here? 3rd down and 4? 3rd down and 5?
Do you run or pass?
I'll probably pass. Aiden drops back, got Devontae.
He had Brock Bowers.
He had Devontae and Brock Bowers.
He had 2 guys wide open.
Missed him. He missed a wide open Devontae Adams.
At that point, I'm benching him. If this is a real game,
in a
real
real
life,
game, he's going on the bench. You just missed a wide open touchdown.
Dude, he had Brock Bowers on a drag route with nobody on him. Devontae got open with a guy on him. Brock Bowers, if we go back and watch that play, had nobody on him.
Bowers is the guaranteed first down. If you're not confident in your ability to throw 15 yards as an NFL quarterback, then you shouldn't be a starter in the NFL. But, if you're just trying to pick up the first down, you go to Bowers, but he made the right throw. Devontae was open. Just missed him. And just missed him, man. I don't even know how it's possible. I could make that throw. Legitimately, I make that throw. Kick is away. Bengals up 14-3. And they're going to take this one out. Oh, man. What a tackle. Who the hell was that?
He was 57.
I know. TJ Franklin.
Let's go.
So TJ Franklin made the roster. Ball to 22. That's the most surprising thing I've seen in Madden.
Do we make a video on it?
We'll make a quick video. TJ Franklin makes Raiders roster according to Madden. That's insane. 2nd down and 3. Raiders have 2 timeouts. Bengals have 3 timeouts. Minute 30 to go. Come on, Raiders. Bunch formation here. Burrow's going to go out of shotgun. He's going to throw quick. And another completion. To guess who?
T. Higgins.
Higgins today, he's got to have over 100. Bengals got 165. Higgins, nope, 6 for 75. It feels like he's got over 100. Raiders do get ball to start the second half, though. Ball to 48, high snap, and they're going to hand it off. Epps, first to make contact, going to be brought down, gain of 5, second and 5.
You really can't let them gain any more yardage.
You can't.
Or else they get into field goal range, and you cannot let that happen.
If you're the Raiders here, you got to keep this to a 14-3 game.
Yes.
Got to keep it to a 14-3 football game here.
Need the defense to step up. As good as the defense has played this year, hasn't looked good so far in this first half.
2nd down and 5.
Burrow
Burrow
changing the
shotgun. 3 to the left now. Burrow's going to drop back. Quick throw. Oh, he broke it up. What a play there by Hobbs.
Wow.
That's a huge play. Now there's 50 seconds. If you get a stop, you might still have time with Daniel Carlson as your kicker to at least put something up on the board.
3rd down.
Venthrak, Franklin the GOAT. I hope you're right, man. If TJ Franklin turns out to be the GOAT, we will have the best defense that has ever been invented. Throw! Short! Call timeout! If you're the Raiders, do you call timeout here? I do. I call timeout.
I would.
I call timeout. They're not going to do it. They're going to let the clock. I would make the Bengals make a decision. Make a decision. The clock just goes all the way down, and now the Raiders are complacent going down 14-3. I think they were worried about giving up the first down.
Oh, fake!
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 Oh, my goodness. Fake by the Bengals.
Fake punt!
And now the Bengals use their final timeout.
Fake punt in Madden! Holy crap!
And they're going to get all the way down to the 14. I mean, now you kick a field goal. Now they're going to go up 17-3. Unbelievable. What is this game? What is this football game? Bengals up 17-3. I was pissed last week when the Raiders lost to the Chiefs. I might be more upset now. That was a horrendous first quarter by the Raiders. I mean, that's just embarrassing. 14 offensive snaps to 31. I mean, you're actually probably happy you're down 17-3. Can we put Gardner Minshew in the freaking football game? I'm done with this AOC Madden experience. And honestly, the Raiders got to win, or else he can't be in again. If you want to get in our duck race, $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365. If you want to get in our duck race and our helmet giveaway, then you got to send in a 25.
So you're saying no, if the Raiders lose today, no more AOC.
I mean, if this is real life football, which is what I want to do here on Madden, Gardner's 5-2. Aiden would be 0-2. Like, you would go back to Gardner Minshew. Honest question. If they lose this game, I don't even care. Who do we go next week? Minshew or AOC? Dude, you have to go with Minshew. He's the better QB. You have to, man.
TJ Franklin.
I wanted AOC to work.
The GOAT.
I mean, maybe. Maybe. Handoff, right side, Laube.
That was a kickoff.
Kickoff return.
Can't walk, chugs, third down, Randy Savage voice. Yes, sir.
I mean, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Chugs, I'm going to send you something here. Aiden looking, throws, caught. And he's going to go down 2nd down and 5 coming up here. Hang on. I think I just got something else. Darth Fatass, you in. Can you put Darth in for the helmet as well?
Yeah. Here we go. Minshew.
2nd down
Minshew.
and 5. Handoff. Laube, middle. 1st down Raiders. 1st down and 10. Ball to 38. I know. I keep saying it's amazing when you just like see a player. You're like, all right, run up the middle. That's a kickoff. Used to saying Minshew. I mean, for the first like few games, even last season, it was weird for me not to say Derek Carr. 1st down and 10. Aiden, the worst pump fake I've ever seen. Throws down the field, wide open, caught, and it's a big 1st down there by Jacoby Myers. Can we just talk about that pump fake that Aiden O'Connell just did? I'm confident right now Brett's daughter, who's, 8, could do a better pump fake than that. Yoda Jenkins! Bang! We got a new MVP! Spam MVP down below. Yoda, pull up to the scene.
Spin on that thing.
Sometimes you just need. I mean, what do we do for the Dolphins game?
Oh. 1st and 10.
Do we go back to it? I don't know. Aiden, handoff, White, big hole. Gets all the way down to the 19. And we are in the red zone. Reminder, if anybody needs any Raiders gear, we got some that's on sale. T-shirts, hats, jerseys, men's wear, women's wear, baby wear. Chatsports.com/Raiders sale. Link's going to be available to y'all down in the comments and in the description of today's show. Ball to 20.
The highest class in baby wear.
Fake handoff. Honestly, I wouldn't buy from that guy. Drops back, looks, throws. Caught! Touchdown! Raiders!
We're
Jacoby! Back. Never a doubt in Aiden. We're so back. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. Who doubted him? I didn't. Never a doubt. Yoda. 5th bang of the day puts him in the lead for today. Yoda, that also means this. You get a jersey. I'm just going to put Yoda on it, just so you know. Yoda, type down below what number you want. Yoda, you let me know what number you want down below, and I'm getting a jersey that just says Yoda.
I dig it.
That's a pretty dope jersey. Yoda.
So we're
what
back.
do you want, Jenkins?
We're back. AOC, the starter of the rest of the year.
34
Confirmed,
Yoda
right?
Jenkins. What?
I said AOC starter of the rest of the year. Confirmed. Great drive.
Got to win.
Got to win.
Yoda, number 34 jersey.
And down at the 23-yard line, can this Raiders defense make a huge stop?
Got to get a stop here.
You have the momentum after the touchdown. Can you really take over and get a stop? Give your offense a chance to tie it up. Maxx Crosby.
He's the best in the biz, man. If you don't already know, 98, best in the biz. Also, we are 7 likes away from a spicy jelly bean, which could really impact my stomach. Second down and 14. Ball to 20. Drops back. Burrow still looking. Throws short. Caught by T. Higgins, of course. And now it's third down and 3. Reminder, Christian Wilkins was injured a little bit earlier in this game.
I think he was back in the game.
I think he was back in the game. Here we go. Third down and 3. This is monumental. Can your defense get off the field? Yes. Wilkins, Crosby on the left side. Burrow under center. 3 to the right. Running back in the backfield is Moss. It's going to be a handoff. Moss. It's too easy, man. Handoff, middle, first down, Bengals.
The one thing with that is so unrealistic by Madden. If the Raiders lined up with Crosby and Wilkins on the left side, I highly doubt they're running to that side.
Though there was a bit of a hole there. Like if you go back, the center, he would have ran towards the center, not towards Wilkins and Crosby. I'm with you. Burrow drops back. Picked! Jacorian! Picked off, and he's going to take it to the 20. 10. Touchdown! Raiders! Jacorian Bennett, pick 6. Honestly, I don't know what Jamar Chase is doing. I don't think he was looking. Right to him, Jacorian, pick 6. Let's freaking go, man. Ties it up. The turnover belt. Jacorian Bennett. Dude, I'm telling you what right now. If Bennett has a pick 6 this season, the Raiders are going to lose the nation will lose its mind. If Bennett can be a legit starting corner in the NFL, we're going to have an amazing defense. Shout out to Taino Raider, baby. The turnover belt is out. What a pick there by Jacorian Bennett. What an unbelievable interception. I mean, you can't make it up, man. You can't make it up, man. 17-17, Noah Santana. Shout out to you. Nation, have you liked the video? We did just hit 300 likes, which means I owe a spicy jelly bean. And Lord Cameron Abbott. Bang! It's fun to stay at the LCA. Let's go!
So I need a bean and a little hot tua.
I need a little bean and a hot tua. That sounds like a typical Friday night after these shows. I'll tell you that.
Second and 1. Joe Burrow, single back. Quick pass out to Jamar Chase, and he's going to pick up the first down. Risky pass. I believe that was Crosby on the outside. If he put his hands up, I think he would have tipped that. There we go. First and 10. Burrow, shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Changing the play. Takes a snap, drops back. He's looking. Crosby gets some pressure. He floats it up deep. Out of bounds.
That was close. Burrow today, 17-24. Oh, man. That one was close, man. That one was close. I thought we were going to be able to bring him down. Really, really wanted to be able to bring him down.
Little bean action?
What?
Bean?
Yep, you got to pick a number.
2.
Well, I didn't get it organized yet.
Second and 10. Give me a wow, what a cleanup by Spillane. Absolutely blowing up Chase Brown. Give me 3rd and 4. Get those 3s in the chat. Number 1.
I'm actually getting lucky here.
What is it?
It's the jalapeno.
Nice.
Which means if we get to 400 likes, Jeremy's either got to eat the Carolina Reaper or the mango habanero.
Quick pass.
And if
Jamar
we get to
Chase.
500 likes, I got to eat the other one. No, I really don't like the jalapeno one. You got it. Take over.
First and 10. Joe Burrow looking good after that pick 6 that he had on the last drive. Jacorian Bennett getting some points up on the board, tying this game. Can the Raiders get a stop here? He's changing the play. Single back now. He was shotgun. Now he's single back. Drops back. Quick pass over the middle to T. Higgins. And that's been the crux of this Raiders defense all of this Madden season, is defending the short and intermediate passes over the middle. That was like Spillane was much better last year in Madden at defending those middle passes, short, intermediate, those drag routes over the middle. He was on it. This year, not so much.
Randall Carter, you're in.
Play action. Burrow looking, tosses it, finds T. Higgins, and he's inside the 10-yard line at the 7.
First down and goal. Reminder, $20 Venmo right now, though. I think the better deal is just send in 25. That way you're entered in for a chance to win our signed mini helmet. And then you're also in for a chance to win the money. So right now, $25 Venmo, you'd have a chance to win a helmet, and you'd have a chance to win $120. Burrow, it's a delayed handoff. Malcolm can't bring him down. Really good open field tackle there, though, by Marcus Epps. 2nd down and goal. Malcolm's not the best run defender. That was on display there, and he missed the tackle. I mean, you're really, really hoping that he's able to get that. Also, we have a tie again in our bang race today between Lord Cameron Abbott and Yoda Jenkins. Tie goes to LCA. Touchdown, Zach Moss, 23-17. I also know that we had a super chat today, 24-23. I am nervous right now.
But it was for the Raiders.
Correct. If they miss this extra point, Raiders score a touchdown, I'm nervous. If they go for 2, I'm not. I mean, I kind of hope that they sink this. 24-17. Did we get a 27-24 prediction? No, Cameron Abbott said 27-17, but I think he meant for the Raiders. Noah Santana said 27-24. Dude, that's scary. Dar said 24-21. Did you throw me under the bus? You know the score of this game? Because I don't like this game so far. This has been an interesting game, I'll say that. Laube going to take it out from like the 2-yard line. He gets up to like the 20-yard line. First down and 10 coming up here. Jacoby today, 3 targets, 3 grabs, 88 yards, and a tutty. Big game today from Jacoby Myers. Big game from Jacoby Myers. First down and 10, 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Aiden looks, throws, caught, hit twice. Devontae able to hang on to that football. First down Raiders. Adams' first catch of the day. First catch of the day there for Devontae. And you know what? That's going to take us here to the end of the 3rd quarter. Raiders down 24-17 in a very interesting game. So this game has been pretty well controlled by the Bengals, but a pick six by Ja'Cory Bennett is the reason why the Raiders are in this game. Jacob Serb, I'm with you. First catch, I was pretty surprised by that. Ball to 31. Aiden, handoff. Laubie's going to go up the middle here. 4 yards.
Yeah, we honestly haven't heard anything from Brock Bowers in this game.
Dude, I don't even know if Bowers is in this game. I mean, it's been Michael Mayer. He has a catch. But Bowers, nothing. I mean, Cincinnati has totally tried to take him out of the game. Like I said, I don't even know if he's in the game. 2nd and 6. Aiden, under center. Jacoby and Devontae out wide. Aiden's going to drop back. Zamir White's the running back. Flag down on the field. Throw caught. Brock Bowers. But there's a flag. I'm going to guess this is holding. Holding on the offense. They're going to back him up here. Mini Colton Miller can't believe it. 2nd and 16. Aiden, shotgun. 3 to the right. Looks like Mayer's by himself to the left. Fake handoff to Laubie. Aiden drops back, still scrambling. Pitter-patter, let's get at her. Throws, wide open. Devontae breaks a tackle. First down, Raiders. Devontae was shut out before this drive, and now he's got 2 catches. Get those 17s down below, showing a little bit of love here for Tay. I mean, this is a solid pickup. Gets all the way down. Huge first down. Breaks the tackle.
Get off.
Come on, Devontae. Ball to 35. 2 for 51 on this drive. 2 for 51 on the game for Devontae Adams. Aiden O'Connell, ball to 35. Zamir White, the running back. Handoff. Zeus, right side. Zeus going to have a nice little bit of a running lane there created by Thayer Munford. Gain of 6 for the Raiders. 2nd down and 4. You got to get a touchdown here. Field goal does you no good. Going down 24-20. You're in 4-down territory. 4-down territory from here on out. Ball at the 29. Handoff. Zeus got a running lane. Makes the guy miss. Lowers his shoulder. First down, Raiders, down to the 15. Come on, Raiders. All the way down to the 15-yard line. And we are in the red zone, which means if anybody needs any Raiders gear, chatsports.com/Raiders gear. Raiders sale, excuse me. Handoff. Zeus. Gain of 1. Chatsports.com/Raiders sale. That link, again, descriptions, comments. If you want to take a screenshot and remember it, I also think that it was the sunlight that made Joe Burrow's hair look gray. Yep. Save it. Anytime you need Raiders gear on sale, that link is always going to work. Oh, 5 wide is just the worst formation we do in this game. Aiden drops, looks, completed to Michael Mayer. I actually like that play call because now you're 3rd down and 2.
For all the hate Aiden's getting right now, he's 10 of 12.
I mean, Aiden's done okay. 3rd down and 2. Jacoby's been his go-to guy. I like that play call because if I'm the Raiders, I'm probably going to try to run it here twice. Alexander Madison in at fullback. Zeus at running back. Oh, my God, there's a flag. Wait a minute, though. I think it's going to be pass interference. Pass interference on the defense. That's an automatic first down. 1st and goal, ball at the 1. Zeus in at running back. Devontae by himself at the left. Run the rock. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown, Raiders. Let's go, baby. We got ourselves a ball game. Chugs, can you take over the mic for a little bit? I just got to take a pee. Give me 60 seconds.
Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White punching it in from the 1-yard line. Kick to tie it up from Daniel Carlson. Incoming. And it's away. Here we go. Tie ball game. Get those TDs in. Chip, could you grab my chips and guac from my desk? I was going to ask Rolly, but then I was like, if I'm asking somebody to grab my chips, I think I kind of have to ask Chip. Like, right? Like, You're going to ask the guy named Chip. Thank you. Kindly. Jake Chipper, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Tua. They'll be here all weekend. All you Dallas shotties. Kick his way.
All over that thing.
Making it media is going to hot Tua on us. Oh, wow. Big return by Charlie Jones. He's no Rashid Shaheed, but he got the job done on that play. They're going to start off with the ball at the 39-yard line. All right. Big drive right here. Need a stop. Under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game. Joe Burrow drops back. He's looking. He finds his receiver underneath. Gesicki is going to get the first down at the 49-yard line. Wow. Brandon Faison on the tackle. 4.5 minutes left. Joe Burrow shotgun. He's got two receivers on the left, one on the right, Gesicki on the right. Raiders look like they're only sending 4. They do. Joe Burrow drops back. He looks. Oh, my God. Zach Moss decapitated. Absolutely decapitated on that play. Holy crap.
What's going on, Raider Nation?
Two running backs.
What's going on?
Joe Burrow.
Suck it, Joe Shiesty. Go get him, Max.
Oh, play action. He finds Joe Burrow, or he finds Jamar Chase, who gets slammed by 3 Raiders defenders.
Dude, this thing is awesome. I want one. Who do I have to impress to get one of these?
How do I get one?
You cannot afford the great success.
3 wide receivers on the left. Joe Burrow back to pass. Looking, quick pass. Again to Jamar Chase. The connection has been there all this drive. They are driving, and now we have to wonder, when did the Raiders start taking timeouts here? Under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, tie ball game. When do you start using those timeouts to really make sure that you can get the ball back again?
Tony nutsing you in. I mean, if you're the Raiders here, you're probably just going to let this just go down a little bit. I would say if it's after the 2-minute warning is
what
when
a
you
hit
have to
by
consider.
Crosby.
3rd down and 5. Like, you're not going to take a timeout now. Like, if the Bengals are okay playing their offense before the 2-minute warning, you're okay with that. Like, it is what it is. They're at the 34. Like, if I'm Cincinnati, I'm actually genuinely curious if they try to just pick up. Like, you're obviously going to throw the football, but would you try to run to put yourself in better field goal range? Like, I actually don't know who doesn't even matter. First down. Frickin' Bengals. Now you're at the 22. So now if I'm Cincinnati, I let this go all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Like, if I'm the Bengals, this goes all the way down to the 2-minute warning, and then I'm going to run my offense. If I'm the Raiders, I'm okay with it going all the way down to the 2-minute warning. However, after that, you're going to start probably – dude, actually, I don't even know. Burrow drops back, looks, throws high, and that's just dumb.
Yeah. Awful decision.
That's actually a good choice. Like, what do you do in that situation? Do you call timeout, and then you try to get a stop before the 2-minute warning? You use all your timeouts? That's actually probably what I would do. I mean, I don't know if I would have had enough time, because my initial thought was not that. I actually probably would have called timeout, try to get a stop, force them to get a field goal. So if you don't get it then you're in trouble. Missed tackle. Christ. 3rd down and 3, Zach Moss. Come on. 2-minute warning, 24-24. We got a tie in our MVP battle between Yoda Jenkins and Lord Cameron Abbott, though tie does go to Abbott. Handoff. They got it. 1st down and 10. Oh, that's a backbreaker. I mean, you have to start using your timeouts now if you're the Raiders, I think. Now you have to. If you're the Raiders now, you're going to start burning your timeouts. You're going to try to hold them out of the end zone. You give yourself a little bit of time to go down and try to tie it up with a field goal. You've got to start calling timeout. Not after this play. Burrow, handoff, middle, Moss. Or I guess you could let him score. Oh, that's the worst thing you could have done. You let them score there. If they get to the 1, you let them score. Because now they can kill down this clock. Like, if I'm the Bengals here in this situation, I'm taking a knee. I'm taking another knee. I'm taking, and then I probably run it. Burrow under center. Handoff, touchdown. Now the Raiders still have time, though. You have 2 timeouts, and you have enough time. 30-24. I mean, the Raiders have 2 timeouts, y'all. We got 2 timeouts in 1:12. There's enough time to get this done. There's enough time. Come on, man. I mean, if you can go in 6-3 into the bye week, that's monumental compared to 5-4. Kicks up, kicks good, 31-24. You know, I don't really like to point the finger at the Raiders defense because they've been so good this season and they have a touchdown in this game. But the Bengals have been pretty. I mean, I think this is probably the game that's frustrating me the most. Like they're moving the football well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and as you said, there's a huge difference between 6-3 and 5-4.
Oh,
Huge.
especially right before the NFL trade deadline. Now, if the Raiders are 5-4 in the regular season and you're at the NFL trade deadline, you're probably not going to be a seller. If you're 4-5 though at the deadline, you got to think to yourself, you're like, what do I do? Now, I think AP and Telesco this season, unless it's a disaster, will always be buyers because they know they got that short leash. But this is a really honestly, this is one of those games that people won't talk about, but it is an important game. Week 9, right before the NFL trade deadline and right before your bye. Aiden drops back, looks incomplete. Honestly, it's probably good he incompleted. 2nd down and 10 coming up here. He's just trying to preserve clock. He didn't like the play call. He got rid of it. 2nd down and 10. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Yoda, I'm the exact same way. Come on, Aiden. Aiden's going to drop back. He's looking. He steps up. Throws. Not close. 3rd down and 10. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, y'all wanted Aiden in.
No, I mean, they wanted Aiden. It's okay. I mean, at this point in a real game, you've stuck with Aiden. You keep him in. Like, you're not going to bring Gardner Minshew in on 3rd down and 10. This formation, though. Christ. 5 wide. Aiden shotgun. Going to drop back. Bengals bring 4. Aiden down the field looking. Caught, but out of bounds. Again, it's the ball out of bounds. 4th down and 10. It's do or die time. It's do or die time. Come on. Aiden O'Connell, shotgun. 3 to the right, Mayer to the left. Aiden's going to drop back. He looks, he throws down the field. Caught. No, it's Bengals football. I don't think he caught it. Bengals football. Was he out of bounds? Did he not catch it? Do we not get a replay? Wait a minute. Booth review. Wait a minute. I think this is a catch. Dude, that's how is this not ruled a catch? Why are we even at the booth review? 1st down Raiders. Ball at the 48. You got to be shitting me, man. Aiden drops back, throw short. Aiden, Devontae, 1st down. Let's go. Holy crap. Timeout Raiders. I mean, let's be real here. How is that not ruled a catch? That was more of a catch than the ball the Bengals caught. That wasn't a catch. Ball at the 38. Ball at the 38. I'm going to throw up. Aiden, shotgun. Laube on his right hip. You got 2 to the left. Aiden's going to drop back. He's looking left. Throws right side. Wide open. Caught Jacoby. Oh, he can't make a miss. If Jacoby makes a miss, that's a walk-in touchdown.
Go!
Ball at the 14-yard line. 32 seconds. We got to, guys, got to hurry it up here a little bit. Like, at least have a little bit of momentum. 23 seconds to go. Aiden, shotgun. Brock Bowers talking to him. Aiden's going to drop back. Throws middle. And he hits the crossbar. I mean, that wasn't even close, dude. Kick is up. Kick is no good.
It has the distance. It's short.
All right, you got one timeout here. Field goal, you're not even going to go for that. If I'm Raiders here, I try to cut this in half. I'm trying to pick up 7. I call timeout. The offensive plays that you have, it's exactly what they do. Throw, allow, be caught, timeout. Perfect. The plays that you have in your playbook for 14 yards compared to 6 yards, 5 yards, just much, much different. 10 seconds to go here. It's 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 5. Doesn't matter. You don't need to pick up the first down. If I'm the Raiders, it's end zone, and I'm looking end zone again. You're not trying to pick up the first down. It's 4-down territory. Get to the end zone. 4 wide. Aiden drops back. Looking. Still looking. Throws. I mean, who's catching that? Gorilla? Nobody's catching that football. I mean, you didn't even give yourself a chance there. Must not have liked it. Here you go. Final play of the game. 31-24 is the score. Aiden, shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Aiden, high snap, corrals it, throws, caught. Oh my goodness, it's a first down. They live another play. First down, Michael Mayer. And gets out of bounds.
It all comes down to this.
Holy shit. Ball at the 4, bunches to the right. Devontae by himself on the left. Laube, left hip. Aiden takes it. Throws right side. He missed him. He had an open guy and he missed him. Oh my God. I can't believe that's the worst, Matt. Honestly, the 15, 12-year-old me right now immediately shutting the game off. And I'm upset about it for at least 2 to 3 hours. That's the worst Madden game I've ever seen. He had him. He missed him. I'm not kidding you. Immediately turning the game off. I might have kicked it and it would have froze. Never would have saved. Oh, dude, that was brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Well, Raiders lose. 5-4 going into the bye week. Subscribe for more Madden Sims, though. I don't know if I can do that again. Subscribe. You got it. I believe in you. That's unbelievable. I'm actually upset. That game pissed me off. Imagine doing a Madden game. A Madden game. I don't think I've ever lost a Madden game. A game that I've actually physically played, I've never lost a game. I'm not sitting there spending time out of my day to lose a Madden game. Instantly turning it off. Oh, Christ.
Oh.
All right. Final chance to get in.
It was a good game, though. It was close. We got a pick 6. We got a fake punt.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. I'm not going to lie. When I saw us down 17-3, like they did make it a game.
And I didn't say
that one's painful.
I
though.
did not say it was the best sim of the year. I said it was one of the best.
Shit. That was tough. That was tough. All right, so here's the deal. If you want to get in, just our 50-50 raffle for money, $20 Venmo. If you want to get in for a chance to win a signed helmet from Chugs and I, and also the 50-50 raffle, that's a $25 Venmo. Or you can send in a $5 super chat. So right now, Philip Boger, you are in. My question of the nation is this. Do we do 2 races, first place wins, or do we do 1 race, first and last place? So first place gets the money, last place gets the helmet.
Well, half the people aren't on Venmo.
Oh, no, you're right. That's on me. Chugs is right. I say we do the helmet race first.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We got a helmet race coming up on the show. Evil Mitch, I just smashed my TV in front of the family party. So that means he got a new TV And then he smashed that one because he smashed one from yesterday.
Oh.
Evil Mitch, you're a real one, man.
Oh, evil man.
There's going to be a day that you meet Evil Chugs, and I'm going to meet Evil Mitch. Chances are it's the same person as my guess,
Yeah.
but it's going to be pretty iconic. What if he types with his left hand for Evil Chugs and his right hand for Evil Mitch? I'd also be worried also what he does with those hands. Just saying.
All right.
All right, here we go. Winner of this race gets a Raiders signed mini helmet from Jeremy Chugs and I.
And I decided, 'tis the season. We're almost to the Olympics.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let's do an Olympic dad.
Cruising all day. Can I get 4 entries? It's
Every-
not how it works.
Yeah, everybody's only getting 1.
Yeah, we wanted to make it fair just because these are raffles like from guys like Lord Cameron Abbott, Zahn, all these crazy dudes where we're going to give something away because they did something wild and they don't want the jersey. They want to donate back to the nation. So, like...
Or it's like,
I just want everyone to have an equal chance. That's all.
Lord Cameron Abbott with his $400,
He's going to have all the tickets.
He'd have 1,000 people in here.
Correct. Yep.
But cruising,
James Guevara, I just bought 3 ducks. If I don't win, I'm shaving my head.
Holy shit. All right, this is for
Helmet.
The
Signed helmet. I don't know where the Olympics is this year, but if it's actually here, it should never be here again. Okay? 3, 2, 1. See, where is this Olympics? They just go whenever they want? They just... Cass Joey said, I'm going first. Somebody needs to...
Look at
Cruising all
Vindrak.
day is just cramping up right now.
Now he's back.
Who? He's
Cruising.
fine. He just needs to hydrate a little bit. I've seen Cruising all
Dude,
day.
he has been
look
falling
like him.
back and forth.
Arctic Cruelty just realized that this is a match. We thought they were just casually swimming. Venthrak is feeling good. Venthrak looks like Tommy Pickles' dad from Rugrats. Holy shit. Brian Dart, I don't know if he's just been there the whole time.
No Santana.
Oh, man. Noah's getting dragged back. I don't know who
Yoda.
this guy is down here at the bottom. He's in a lot of pain right now. Brian Dart, let's go. Yoda, Jenkins, and Venthrak. This one is just neck and neck. Rebel would have the win. That looks nothing like Rebel. Darth! Cruising back-to-back days!
Wow.
Cruising all day. Shout out to Killa Cruising. Killa, you win a signed helmet from Jeremy Chugs and I. I just need your address, which I might already have, but if you could, please just send it to me. If you could send it to me from your wife's Venmo, how you won the money yesterday, that's how I'll do it. What? Oh, because I said what?
Live Oak's always like my wife's husband.
I got you. Killa Cruisin', winner of signed helmet. Dude, that's what I mean. If he wins this, that's 3 in a row. Killa, I'm not gonna lie, man. You got to get in this duck race. If you're not already in, I'm not trying to be that guy to make you spend money, but you got to get in. You got a chance for a 3-peat here. I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think it's ever happened. All right, so we got some people here getting in this race. Let me just get all the names in here. Yoda is in again. I see John Gassett is in. James, I'm going to shave my head Guevara if I don't win, has got 3 entries. Dude, I don't know what I want more. I want him to come. James, I love you. I want you to come in second. And if you do actually shave your head, Chugs, you send me that video on Instagram or Chugs on Twitter at Jeremy Chugs. I'm going to make it a short on YouTube. I'm not even kidding you. We're going to put it on short. Raider fan shaves his head after losing duck race. I'm not even kidding. If you do it, I'm putting it on this YouTube channel. Guevara is in. That's funny. Thomas Tapia, you in. Also, Thomas, that's on me. Thomas, I'm going to give you an extra entry. I'll pay for it. He sent in money for the signed helmet. I didn't see it. So, Thomas, I'm going to give you an extra entry in this duck race here. Hopefully that's okay. And then Gilbert Moreno is in. Charles G is in. I'm going to refresh my phone one more time.
Is this correct?
And then Joe Maldonado is in. So right now, $20 Venmo, you'd have the chance to win $240. Also, we got a new MVP! Yoda Jenkins! Yoda Jenkins! Today's International Gong Day, and it's 300 for a gong. That's Yoda's.
Second gong.
Second gong. The second gong for Yoda Jenkins.
Can you give him that Hawk Tua?
The what?
The Hawk Tua.
I got you. I'll tell you what. I'm a little more cooked than I should be. I told Alex, Thursday was crazy. I don't think Friday will be bad. It's worse. I'll tell you this right now. I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Lord Cameron Abbott Bay! Do you now?
It's fun to stay at the LCA. It's fun to stay at the LCA. What up, Cameron? Yeah, I'm actually worried what this battle's going to turn into.
How did y'all finish?
Like
Also,
3,800.
I forgot to do this, Cameron. All right.
They're off work, so they should be good.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, no, they're good.
What was it that bad?
With what?
Allie?
What do you mean bad?
With-
It wasn't bad.
No.
Oh,
I'm going to put Killa.
we were told by the bosses to keep doing what we were doing.
You should be. Killa Cruisin is in twice. Killa, so send me in that message. You just Venmo'd me. Send me in that message your shipping address. That way I can send you the helmet.
Cruisin said his wife is gonna message you on Venmo.
Gotcha. Perfect.
All right. Last chance to get in
All right.
our 50-50 raffle.
20, you would win $260 right now. 20 to win $260. Ooh, did I get Gilbert? I did get Gilbert.
Godfrey.
I got Thomas.
J. Henry.
All right, we're good. Final refresh. Winner's going to go home $260. Sent to Chugs. I just sent it to Chugs. Anything else that I get is going to go to Chuck's college fund. Alex and I have been working really hard to get him into Barkley. Been working really hard to get him into Barkley. Also, we are...
You went
Man, 60 likes away from the next jelly bean.
You went all caps.
Yep. I've been in all caps all day today. Minus Jamari, which I don't know what I was doing when I typed in Noah Santana, Norman, or Jamari. I feel like the more lit we get, the more caps come out.
All right. Second event here at the Chat Sports Olympics. It's
Yoda.
the oar tug.
The what?
Got to tug on that oar.
You got a Hawk Tua. Winner of this wins $260.
Steve's been with his girl for a year. He knows about the Hawk Tua. Oh, spit on that thing.
3, 2, 1. Hawk Tua. Here we go. Here we go. I'll tell you what.
All these people look so happy to be rowing.
They look like they just got blonde hair and went in chlorine.
Have you ever done a
early.
canoe or been in a canoe?
Oh, yeah. Canoe, kayak.
Not smiling while I'm doing it.
Well, I think it depends. If you're like going upstream, then no, it's not a pleasant experience. But if you're just going downstream, it's fine. If you're racing, different.
What about
If
in a
you're just
lake?
casually.
What about in a lake where the water's not moving?
I would rather be in a single canoe It's scary. Like, you got to really keep your balance. And if somebody goes by you in a boat, F that guy. I mean it. If you flip a canoe in the middle of a lake, that's got to be the most terrifying thing in the world. You don't know what's underneath you. 10 seconds to go. Winner's going to get 260. I think LCA is the only person in this lake right now. I have no idea. Oh, now he's gone. I don't know who's going to win. Joe Maldonado? Joe Maldonado!
He's saying, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so good news is this. 1,
Thomas, you did get.
Thomas, you do get the butthole pick. All right, can you go? Who won? Joe Maldonado? Which, Joe, I don't know if Joe's ever won before. We're about to find out.
Stroke.
All right, so Joe Maldonado won his very first duck race on September 8th, 2022. Okay? Which, I don't even think we did it then. He won a 50-50 raffle that day. I don't even know if that makes sense. He has since joined, I'm going to say, guys, I'm not even kidding this, probably like 20 to 25 duck races. Joe Maldonado with the win. I think that's his first duck race win.
He said this is his first win since he won the very first one that we ever did.
I was going to say 2022? The first ever duck race. Dude, that's actually insane, man. That's unbelievable. Shout out to him for sticking with it. Shout out to him, man, for sticking with it. I mean, it's impressive. It really is. Joe, can you please confirm down below that you just received that? Oh, one son's jacked up. I didn't even realize that was that name. Yep. Yoda Jenkins! Bang! This is getting out of hand. This is actually, you guys, this is a hell of a battle, okay? And it's been back and forth. If Lord Cameron Abbott responds, he's then the leader of the June Bang race. Over Ed Robbins. He takes the lead.
Rebel said, why not wear both if LCA does another bang?
All right, so hear me out then.
Wait, we don't have a Yoda one yet.
I don't have a Yoda, but I can do what I did for Ed Robbins.
Okay.
We just put another layer on it. I mean, Yoda's going to get a jersey. Yoda, you're going to get one. I just don't have one yet.
Yoda said, is Ed here? He was here earlier.
Ed Robbins? Yeah, I don't know if he's here yet.
Or he was here earlier. I don't know if he stayed.
True.
All right.
All right.
We do have to cut it off, though, because I do know Mitch.
I actually do have to get out of here soon. When I say soon, I told Alex I'd be home at 6.
Did you really?
I've texted her, yeah. I mean, I know. I'm telling you, I suck, but sometimes, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I actually did have a video go out at 6, which I forgot about.
Octua.
Yeah, F me, right? What time tomorrow with Graf? That's up to Graf. I think he's already scheduled the video, so just go check out Graf's channel. I'm going to be live with him tomorrow, and we're also going to do happy hour. So Alex is trying on dresses, and I think her and her bridesmaids are going to have a little bit of fun. So
LCA said,
we'll do it.
Yoda, well done. I'll let you get this next one.
You know what? LCA, that's some Mount Raider type shit.
That's
right there.
real, recognized real.
That's a beautiful thing. So Jeremy, I think we got one thing to do. I got one more beer bong to do.
Hot.
Well, one more thing on top of that. One more thing. I do think, because I don't know if we did it last week, it is closing time.
Ah, yes.
It's Friday.
Coop.
It's Friday.
Coop. Can you come in here for me? Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn on all the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home.
Shout out to Lord Cameron Abbott. Shout out to the MVP, Yoda Jenkins. I'll have your jersey on the next time we go live here on the Raider Sport. Reminder, we're going to go live 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific on Monday. I'm going to be live tomorrow on Graphic Raiders Show, little extra happy hour for y'all showing out, showing love to me. Let's go show love to Graph tomorrow. Giggity. Peace.